Welcome back to I Did This Instead of Killing Myself, a stand-up comedy podcast based in Greenville, South Carolina. It is the week of April 25th, 2022. My name's David Bakker. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Episode 51. It is starting to get really nice outside. People are out on the lakes. Maybe not if you're up in Michigan, if you're listening to this. But yeah, down here, get down in the South, baby. It's time to hit the lake. It's time to get out the beach bag. It's time to, there's just something about those trips. If you can get out in the morning, get out on the boat. I didn't do that this weekend because I totally forgot it's now boat weather. But it kind of makes you happy. But also kind of sad because you're like, well, it's another year. Another year gone by. The same thing. Pushing forward till the end of time. I'm 33. That doesn't matter. I shouldn't be telling you guys that. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? And also, we had a great episode last week with a Hollywood celebrity on, David Koechner. I hope a lot of people watched that. And if you're coming back now to watch again, don't have another celebrity on. But, I thought really hard about who to have on to follow David Koechner. And I thought, what is the way that we could immediately destroy the credibility of the show from having a famous person on? Like, how could we do that in the most swift, fast way possible? The way to do that is to have on Bill Riner. Bill, well, he isn't a celebrity. He knows basically every celebrity. He's very quirky. He's very weird. He's very strange, but he's also very funny. Bill is a recurring guest. He works at a bridal shop. He is a avid fan of the movie Batman, and he is a very I guess he's a friend. Just kidding. Bill's a good friend of mine. Really like Bill. Very much improved comic. Very hardworking comic, hits all the mics, always pushing the boundaries. You never know what you're going to get from him. But he's also a great conversationalist because he's got all of this knowledge. So I was listening back to the interview, and I was enjoying it. It's pretty vulgar, so if you don't appreciate vulgar topics or are sensitive to that, maybe skip this episode. But yeah, we talked about Bill is not gay. He's not gay. He likes, came right out of the gate with that. Also talked about, is God real or is God not real? We debated that. We talked about Bill's TikTok algorithm. That's an interesting thing. Bill intentionally sabotages TikTok algorithm so it shows the weirdest shit ever. It is insane. And we also reviewed Batman, the new movie, starring Robert Pattinson, also now available on HBO Max. I don't know why I'm advertising for HBO. This show gets freaking 100 listens a week. Not exactly. Anyway, so yeah, I actually, this interview's great. It's a great follow. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Before we get into the interview, though, here's what's going on this week in local comedy. All right, starting tonight, I'm going to list off the open mics. First open mic is tonight at Coffee Underground, hosted by No Expectations Comedy, Craig Holcomb, Travis Thubbin. Show starts at 7. Get there before around 6:15, 6:30 to sign up. On Tuesday, Art Bar in Columbia. That show starts at 8:30. DM Patrick Fowler to get on the list. If you want to drive up to Asheville at the Auditorium, there's an open mic hosted by James Herod. DM James or just show up. That show starts at about 9 o'clock. On Wednesday, we have the Radio Room here in Greenville, hosted by Adam Schulte. That show starts at 8 o'clock. DM Adam or show up early to sign up. Also on Wednesday, we have the Disclaimer open mic in Asheville. That's right downtown. That show starts at 8 o'clock. Great mic. I don't really have a point of contact for that one, but just head up. You should be able to get on the list if you get there early. Thursday, Jokes Out Loud at the Comedy Zone. That's our local open mic right downtown Greenville. That's hosted by Brandon Rainwater. That show starts at 8 o'clock. There's a $10 cover for audience members. Sign up for that show is at 5 o'clock on Sunday evenings on the Jokes Out Loud Facebook page. This weekend on Saturday, we have at the Comedy at the Flat, featuring Dedrick Flynn, Aaron Odom, and Adam Schulte. That's April 30th, $5 cover there at the Flat in Greenville. And this weekend, our celebrity comic, D.L. Hughley. Seems like just a year ago he was here, which probably is true because it was. D.L. Hughley, you've seen him on TV. You've seen him everywhere. There's 2 shows on Friday at 7 and 9. 2 shows on Saturday, but both of those are already sold out at 6 and 9. And 2 shows on Sunday at 7 and 9. There's still tickets available there. Tickets, you can buy them at greenvillecomedyzone.com. All right, that's it for local comedy. I hope you enjoy my interview with the one and only Bill Riner, and I hope you have a great week. Here's the interview. Welcome back to the show, Bill.
Thanks for having me.
I think we're good.
We're good?
Yes.
Guys, I want everyone to know that I have 2 pairs of the same glasses. I got one in regular glasses and the other with sunglasses.
I'm going to flip them down.
I love pussy.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
You usually
boys.
lead with the gay stuff.
The gay stuff?
So, is this a new character for you?
It's a new character.
I'm going to come straight out and just say, I love pussy. Who doesn't love pussy?
You know, women love pussy.
You know, I think even gay guys should acknowledge
Oh,
that
no,
like,
gay
they
guys-
love pussy. Like, how could you not love where
They're
you came
hanging out
from?
with broads all the time.
Yes.
I mean women.
Well, they are, but I mean literally, like the anatomy, you know.
It's more visually appealing than a giant phallus.
I don't think anybody likes wieners.
Penises are offensive to look
Yeah.
at, objectively.
Yeah.
Like, even if, like, you're a woman, like, even if you're a gay guy, you're looking at a dick and you're like, sure, I'm gonna.
It's just like,
But, like,
they're gross. It's like
Yeah.
a necessary instrument
it's a necessary
for
evil.
biology and, you know, procreation. Like, you need an appendage to get the
I think they're pretty cool.
get the DNA in there.
Squirt some DNA.
You like
This is my hole. It's where I squirt out of.
Oh,
It's where I spit out of.
yes. Yes.
That was a video I saw in your mom's house. It was this guy who was like jerking off or something. I think it was like a TikTok. And
What's your mom's house?
It's Tom Segura's podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was.
I have not dabbled yet.
I would highly recommend. It's quite entertaining. They got me into the dark talk. You know how fucked up my algorithm is on TikTok?
Yes.
It came from that. I just started liking everything that his wife Christina P likes.
Okay.
And then it just fucked up my algorithm, and now it's perfect.
This is great. Actually, yeah, I want to explain this to anybody listening. So this is very impressive what Bill has done because, as everybody knows, there's algorithms on Instagram, TikTok, all the social medias, and they'll show you more of what you look at. So one night, Bill showed me his TikTok. I wanted to talk about this on stage actually.
You should.
'Cause like
I endorse it.
yeah, dude, like. You're out. Like I looked at your TikTok. It is the weirdest shit. Like there was like midgets, little people, like
People like asking like, "Hi, I'm single. I'm looking for a girlfriend. I like to cosplay."
dude. It is the weirdest shit. It's like have you ever seen Always Sunny?
Yeah.
You know the weird brothers,
Oh, the McBoyles.
the McBoyles. Yeah.
Which-
It's like their TikTok.
Liam plays William on Westworld.
Does he?
Yeah.
Is Liam one of the blonde haired?
Yeah, the blonde hair
brother,
one.
and
Like
then he's got like
head
the
honcho.
skinnier one that has like
Yeah,
brunette
that one was in
hair.
Breaking Bad.
And they got a sister with like a unibrow.
Which she's really hot in like
Is
real
she?
life. She's like a model.
That makes me happy that they're
Yeah.
not as weird as they are on the show.
No, I mean
But that their last name's McPoyles.
McPoyle.
Yeah. So McPoyles. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. It's like it's like watching them on TikTok or all of their relatives. And I was just like, Bill, how much weird shit did you have to look at, and for how long, for your Instagram algorithm, for your TikTok
The
algorithm
great
to be
thing
like
is
that?
you like a couple weird ones and they all just start flowing in.
Okay, so it
and,
doesn't take that long.
and every now and then I'll get like a TikTok dance in there, and like I start watching for like a couple seconds. I'm like, that's a nice ass. And I'm like, wait, no, this isn't the point of this.
You got to stay strong. Bill.
Yeah.
You can't go for like what the teenage, teeny boppers are doing, because then that'll screw up your algorithm.
I will admit, I did see one last night. It was like that, da 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 da, and the girl was shaking her ass.
Is that the song?
It was captivating.
Is that a Jewish song?
I think it's Italian.
Italian.
Yeah.
Okay, something like European.
It's foreign.
Da, 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 da. What is that one? Da, da, da,
That's Jewish. That's the Mazel Tov shit.
da, 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 da.
I'm pro-Jew. We're pro-Jew here.
I love the Jews.
Larry David.
Yeah.
He's my favorite Jew.
Yeah, I like Larry David.
Seinfeld. He's a decent Jew. Is Jason Alexander a Jew?
I don't think
let's debate.
No, I don't think he is in real life. But I think
Strikes me as a
George.
Catholic.
I think he plays a Jewish guy on the show. I think George Costanza's Jewish.
Yeah, Costanza's Jewish. That's a Jew name. Come
Is
on.
it? I thought Costanza's
I
might
don't
be
know.
Italian.
It sounds Italian.
But are there Italian Jews?
I don't know. When I worked at Men's Warehouse, there was this one guy who worked there, and he converted to Judaism. And
Really?
the rabbi that he spoke to was like, "Why are you doing this? You shouldn't be doing this. Like, this isn't a religion you convert to." And he was like, "I just want to
because
do
it's
it."
part of the nation of Israel, right? Yeah.
Well, I think it's more so like we don't really have like a Messiah. You're kind of born into this. Like, we don't got an end game here.
Well, aren't they like waiting for the Messiah?
Yeah,
Is
but
it-
like
isn't there
most are like, yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Right. Most people.
Like even like the rabbis are like, nah, that shit's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Even the-
even the rabbis are like, "Do you believe that shit? Like,
Like, you're this dumb?
are you serious? Like, you're not.
Really?
It's like,
Really?
yeah. It's like that's cute. Like,
So David's been having some religious what's the word we want to use? Questioning. That's another word I'm looking for.
seeking.
No, it's not that. It's a
Wrestling.
like a
doubting.
wrestling with the religion. We'll think of the word later. But what's your current religious beliefs? Let's hear them. Let's.
You're
offend some
gonna
people.
interview me?
Yeah, I'm interviewing David.
Well, so I am white and Christian and
What?
I'm Western. I'm a poster child for.
Tell the people what your pickup line at bars is.
Oh, you're changing the thing.
No,
this
is part of
do you
it.
believe in God?
Yeah, one
Who
time.
did you vote for in 2020?
Who did I or who would I?
No, that's another pickup line question.
Oh.
I thought about that.
That's
I thought
funny.
about that as a crowd work thing to go up and be like, "Hey, you're pretty odd. Who did you vote for in 2020?"
You could.
It's really a no-win answer.
You
'cause-
could fold that into your "Hey, little mama."
Hey,
I'm a
what's up, little mama?
comedian.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
with that question,
I'm in the process of like burning everything I've ever done on stage and kind of going off the cuff, but
Me
but
too.
yeah, anyway, yeah. What were you gonna say?
Are you? What's your religious beliefs?
Oh, religious beliefs. Yeah. Well, it's I definitely believe in God, and Christian would be the jersey. I had an interesting thought about this because Jordan Peterson,
Mm-hmm.
who I might as well be my messiah, not literally, but I follow his stuff so much that I fanboy out a lot. He came out with, there was a compilation of recent interviews that he did. They put it all together. And he seemed to be implying a breakthrough in his actual personal belief in God.
Which was?
In God.
Is he like pro God? Is he anti God? Because he strikes me as kind of like a, hey, I'm God. He's not real. He strikes me as that kind of guy.
He was always, in all of his academic work, he appreciated the psychological value of religion, but I always thought he was an atheist.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought it was straight up atheist.
Yeah.
But this was a breakdown, a softening of his heart and mind to where.
Do you think it was psychedelic induced?
A
A lot of people have
I don't
religious
know.
experiences via
I don't know. I
psychedelics.
think Jacob Nolan made a point about this because Jacob Nolan actually met Jordan Peterson.
He did. He sucked his cock.
He gave him a little salute, Jordan. Yeah, I'd love for Jacob to tell the story himself, but I'll just paraphrase, I guess. He was at Laughing Skull on a Monday night. Jordan Peterson came out, Laughing Skull, downtown Atlanta. Jacob was on the open mic sign-up list and did his set. And I don't know. He gave him a little salute afterwards. Jacob did his usual dark, very dark humor. And we met him afterwards, and Jordan said, yeah, that was funny. It's dark, but it was funny.
Strapping young man.
But Jacob had said, seeing Jordan Peterson in person, you see, I don't know if you've ever seen a celebrity up close or
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
no, I
rock
worked
star.
at a
Like
hotel.
they
Yeah.
usually look.
John Travolta, Shania Twain, absolute CUNT.
Oh my gosh.
Sandra Bullock's an absolute sweetheart. Alice in Wonderland, I don't know her name, but she was there. She was pretty nice.
How do they look? How do their faces look up close?
They look fine.
Look fine?
They look like nicer, normal people.
Yeah.
Like, they're well taken care of, but not, like, too taken care of. Not like I'm just plastered with shit all the time. Just like, oh, I got this nice face cream.
Yeah. Well, maybe this is more true of, like, rock star guy or just guys who've seen a lot of
Def
stuff.
Leppard, they did look kind of... The
Weathered?
older ones looked kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, the guy without the arm, he looked kind of fucked up. But
Yeah.
there's this... I think he was a drummer. I think he's one of the newer members.
Uh-huh.
But he was just fucking ripped. He was
Yeah.
just stacked. And he had
Yeah.
these really nice bright red chinos on that were kind
Uh-huh.
of subdued. And I was like, I want those chinos. But this guy, he was just a hulking mass of muscle. And I was
Right.
just like, this guy just looks fucking great. I
Yeah.
want to be this guy right now.
Yeah, I guess there's not a rule. I guess there's no. I don't know why I was reaching there, but
Yeah,
whatever.
fuck you.
My point is,
Stereotyping people.
Jordan looked like weight of the world on his shoulders, like he had seen some shit. And I know he does speaking tours. Like, just it was like he was in pain almost.
I mean, like, half of America hates him.
Well, there's that, and just he's very smart, and I think like he's aware of a lot of stuff. So like just being aware of everything, like the knowledge of all that is kind of heavy, and the world is in a very dicey spot right now. So
Yeah.
anyway, and then like maybe
And he's the savior.
that's what tied into like his religious awakening,
Okay.
so to speak. So is God real? Like that was weird to me. I've been thinking a lot about that just because like, you know.
Could you believe in a metaphorical God and not a literal one? Like,
No, that's what I'm saying. Because he probably believed in the metaphorical God or the practical use of believing in God for keeping societies together and everything.
Uh-huh.
But it sounded like this was like he was actually like, holy shit,
he's like, well, God's real now.
God might be real
God's
in a
not
personal
dead.
way. Yeah,
That
and
makes sense.
he kind of was like, hold your families tight, bro, because we might be coming to the end.
I mean, shit's
What do
about
you
to
think
happen.
about? Okay.
Well, what do I think about what?
The current state of affairs. As of this recording, we're recording this. This won't come out for a few weeks, but
310?
March
310,
10,
yeah.
2022.
2022.
Strange times, man.
Strange.
Crazy times. In fact, I kind of like the ego play of like we're documenting shit.
Yeah.
If shit goes down
We're on
and
ground
YouTube is still existing on a
zero.
server in like 50 years, and they like stumble upon interviews like, oh, these people were talking about. It'd be like finding a podcast from Anne Frank back in. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to masturbate on this podcast right now.
Yeah, like holy shit.
She masturbated
Who's that
in her
weird guy with the
diary.
glasses who likes pussy? That's weird.
Yeah. Ah, what's pussy? I don't think.
What do you think about the
Uh,
state of affairs?
I mean, it's not good.
It's not great.
I'm anti-war. I'm saying it right here. Though, on the flip side, you know what I will say about war? It promotes technological development. I mean, a lot of the shit we developed was developed during World War II, during the Afghanistan war.
Out of
all that
necessity.
stuff. Yeah, GPS was a government thing that they had for like years before it was made available to the public. So, and I mean, how many we discovered rockets during like World War II or something. Like we were able to do that shit during World War II, and that's only because of war. Because we wanted to beat the other guys, and Nazis. They were like, oh, we want to beat us. Let's
Why?
make this
But
fucked
yeah,
up
but
shit.
why did we want to beat them so bad?
People are naturally competitive.
I think it's because we didn't want to be ruled by Nazis.
I mean that too, but also like on an evolutionary level, like people, it's ingrained in our DNA tribalism. Like
yeah.
we're against that team. Like even like think of football teams. We're all the same fucking people. We're all in the U.S. We all are pretty darn similar, but as soon as like a Redskins person, Washington football team person sees a Cowboys
Bill,
person,
you
like
racist.
Yeah.
Redskins. You
we're
bigot.
racist. You heard it here first.
You bigot.
I'm a bigot.
The
I'm
Redskins.
a misogynist. I'm a racist. I'm
Redskins does kind of seem bad in hindsight. Like,
yeah.
what if it was the white skins or the black skins?
The white
yellow,
skins,
the yellow
the
skins,
white faces.
the potato skins,
My dad.
the Idaho potato skins,
The potato famine. The Irish chins.
the Irish. Yeah.
My dad's from
Yeah.
DC, so my family is Washington football teamers.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit either way.
I mean, I kind of think it was unnecessary to change the name. Like nobody's.
David's
it-
a
it-
racist. You heard it here first.
I'm a sucker for nostalgia. Back in
Yeah.
the good old days when you could just,
But I mean, it's all about
enslave and
tribalism.
genocide a whole tribe.
Even with football teams, it's like, no, fuck that person in that star jersey. I want to fuck that guy
Well, I
up.
think tribalism is,
I think it boils
collectivism
down to
is
that.
kind of bad.
Yeah. Let's
Um,
decentralize
because
national
if
football.
you establish your team, then you establish who the other team is, then you could do whatever you want because they're not even your team anymore.
Yeah, you're like, fuck these people.
Right.
I fucking hate these
Yeah,
people.
then you can justify like what the Nazis did. Justify like the Jews are not our team, so
We're pro-Holocaust here.
no.
You heard it first here, Larry David. That's what we call a callback.
That's yeah.
No, the Holocaust was bad.
what a take. Yeah.
I got a rather hot take. I'm anti-Holocaust.
So, yeah. Okay, so it's not good right now.
Not good.
Not good.
But you know what I do think is a positive thing in this world today. That's really just putting all the Russia and Ukraine stuff like to the wayside. The Batman
Okay.
came out last week. Such a good movie.
You want to review the Batman right now?
I mean, we can
Or
get
do you
into
wanna-
it later, but it's relative to
No.
this week.
I actually do think the Batman was a huge positive because I hadn't seen a good movie in a very long time. I hadn't been excited about a good movie. I know Spider-Man was another one that was pretty good recently.
Yeah,
but
that was 22? Yeah, that
But-
was 22.
but before that, I mean, it's been a while since I've actually like wanted to go to the theater and see a good movie and then actually not been disappointed.
The first movie I'd seen in theaters since COVID was Dune. Actually, all of my theater
That's
experiences.
a good one. I hadn't seen Dune.
Oh, it was incredible. Timothy Chalamet, Oscar Isaac, Rebecca Ferguson.
Dude, you're like an IMDb.
I am. That's why I got all the movie jokes. I just got an encyclopedic knowledge of movies.
Yes.
So like someone just says an actor, someone says a movie. I just 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon my way into like a
Right. That's
into
like
a
your
movie.
one go-to crowd work bit that you rely on.
Yeah, that way I can just be like, "Hey, you guys like movies? Yeah, I love Inglorious Bastards. Oh, Nazis are great. I have this idea for a movie. It's Schindler's List, but it's a rom-com. It's called He's Just Not That Into Jew." So like,
That's
just easy crowd work stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that rom-com, Hitler would be the one that's trying to get a date, or
Maybe or
it could be that
Oscar
angle.
Schindler
or
that was
Oscar
his name?
Schindler.
I really just this girl in the red coat. She's just really cute. Oscar Schindler was a pedophile. You heard it here first.
Oscar Schindler. He just really liked that red coat. That's why it popped out to him. That's how pedophiles see the world. In fact, they see it in black and white, and then the kids are in color, and they're just.
It's like a bull. It's like a bull with a matador.
It's like a,
But the child's a
yeah.
matador, and the pedophile wants to fuck him.
Is that how bulls see the world? Do bulls see?
No, I believe that they
Can
just
they
like
only see red?
No. I don't know how. I'm not a bull, so I can't tell you, and I'm not a bull scientist.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been a bull in another sense.
What do you mean?
It's a sex thing.
You've donated semen to bulls?
You can say I've donated semen.
Oh my god.
We're talking stags. We're talking vixens. We're talking the
This
whole
is why
deal here.
Bill's a recurring guest.
I'm a recurring guest. We're talking about threesomes here, guys.
Oh my god. Yeah, where were we
So
going
the
with that?
Batman.
The Batman. Okay, yeah. Yes, dude.
You think Robert Pattinson gets a lot of pussy? Is he still dating Kristen Stewart?
I don't know. I don't know Robert Pattinson as a human being. I know he was in all the Twilight stuff, but if you go by his character in the movie, he kind of seemed very dark and disturbed. Even darker than Christian Bale's Batman, in my opinion.
He was highly influenced by Kurt Cobain. In the
Okay.
role.
Interesting.
And you know that
Kurt
Nirvana
Cobain.
song was like the main theme of the movie.
Yeah.
I think that's how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember I actually just pulled up a story this afternoon that song is getting more hits on Spotify than ever before.
It's like a 1,200% increase. That was a good fucking movie. How good was Colin Farrell as the Penguin? You know he's getting his own HBO series because of that?
I think it's great because I am old enough to remember when Colin Farrell was like Hollywood heartthrob dude.
Oh, yeah.
And then he went from that to like doing these really crazy roles as like an older dude.
Mm-hmm.
Really, he's unrecognizable.
Yeah, I mean, he shaved his head in Daredevil. I didn't even. I mean, I didn't know who Colin Farrell was when I originally saw Daredevil because I was 7 years old.
Right.
But I mean, he's kind of unrecognizable in Daredevil. He's a shaved head with a little bullet on his bullet target bullet.
The other one I remember him in Horrible Bosses.
Who's he in Horrible Bosses?
He plays the son of the company, or the son of the boss at the company that what's his name works at?
Not Charlie Day. Jason Bateman.
Jason. No. Shoot.
The SNL guy.
SNL guy. What's his name?
Jason Sudeikis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he was going to inherit Jason Sudeikis' character was going to inherit the company,
Okay.
but then they give it to the dad dies, and then his deadbeat son takes over. And Colin Farrell plays like a cokehead, and he's balding, and he's the guy that gets killed. Like he's yeah.
He played.
Except Kevin Spacey's the one that kills him.
Wait, Kevin Spacey? Look,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it here first. I can separate the art from the artist. Kevin Spacey's a good actor. I don't care how many little boys he diddled. I will watch his shit.
Did he get locked up? Or
No,
did he
he's too rich.
He just got canceled in the
He just got
public
canceled.
eye.
He just got canceled. And he was like, "Hey, I'm sorry for fucking these little boys, but like seriously, like."
No, his defense was,
Oh no,
I'm gay.
Yeah, that was his defense. He was like, "Hey,
It's the Bill
look, I
Reiner
fucked
defense.
little." It's a Bill Reiner defense. If I do something bad, I just say, "Hey, I'm passably gay."
I'm gay. Listen. Yes. Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, heard it here first. Kevin Spacey's gay. No, you didn't hear it here first. You heard it somewhere else first.
You know, he in Baby Driver, Kevin Spacey's has Randolph Engineering sunglasses. They're the aviator style. Tom Cruise wears them in American Made. Captain Marvel wears them. Don Draper wears them in Mad Men.
What are you talking about?
Sunglasses.
Aviator style sunglasses.
Yeah, but it's very specific. It's kind of blocky. I own the same ones because Don Draper got them.
Yeah, let me see your sunglasses. You have them right there?
These are different ones. These are Penguin.
Okay.
Yeah. But
So the shape on these, it's a little more blocky
Well,
than the ones you're talking about?
Yeah. So it's like a blocky. It's like a square aviator sort of. Those are non-prescription. Those are prescription. That
Yeah, I
you're
know.
wearing.
I'm like
You can't
tweaking.
see shit. Yeah.
I'm like everything's very distorted. All the
David's
lighting.
Bill now.
I'm looking into the lighting, and
In
I'm
the
like,
void.
I feel like I'm tripping.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, those style sunglasses are the ones that I really like.
Yeah.
And can.
I'm a glasses boy. I think I'm gonna get a new pair. I think I'm gonna get Riddler glasses.
You look,
next.
yeah, you look good in glasses.
Yeah.
Very distinctive.
I want to get LASIK eventually. I do want to
Mm-hmm.
get LASIK, and I just got a nice insurance payout for my car because I got in a car crash.
Tell us about the car accident.
Yeah, so I was driving down Academy Street and I got T-boned. And my car got totaled. No one got hurt.
So did the car that hit you was running a red light,
I plead the fifth.
or did you run the red light?
I'm not entirely sure who ran what light.
Were you under the influence of
I was
anything?
not under the influence of anything. I was just very tired.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going all week. I had like 4 hours of sleep that day.
What time was this?
It was like 1 a.m., something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear you, man.
yeah.
I'm on the road late at night a lot, usually going to the Cookout or McDonald's drive-thru. And
No
sometimes,
influences were had. No influences were had.
yeah, just in case this interview gets entered into evidence.
Yeah, but no, I don't. I'm not much of a drinker anymore. I used to drink a lot,
Yeah.
but now I max out like 2 or 3, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm good. I want to be able to get home and not
For
pay
sure.
$40 for an Uber.
So this car T-boned you. So
Yeah,
how bad
T-bone.
was the
Oh, it was
impact?
terrible. I'll send some pictures to you and we can put them up for the pod. But the entire left side of my car, the entire driver's side, just fucking caved in.
Wait, so you got hit right
in
on
the driver's side, yeah.
Oh, dude, you're
Yeah.
lucky to be
I
okay.
know. And my AirPods flew out and landed on my seat. Flew out my breast pocket and just whoop. And but no, I couldn't open up my driver's side door, so I had to crawl through the passenger door, and I rushed over to the guy's car. I was like, "Holy shit, are you okay?" And he didn't speak English, so he just like,
Yeah.
so,
How fast was the guy going, if you had to guess?
30, 40 maybe.
Jeez, dude,
Yeah.
that's pretty fast.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not fatal, obviously.
No.
But
he was okay. The front end of his car got all fucked up.
Mhm.
Mine got totaled. I'm
is
sure
is
his
South
got
Carolina like a no-fault state or whatever? Like,
Nah, it's not no fault.
It's not?
Not from my understanding.
So whose fault was it?
I was liable.
You were liable?
Yeah.
But you still got to pay out and everything?
Yeah, I got to pay out. Yeah. So I got a pretty good payout for that. So
Okay.
I'm going to invest a little in crypto. I'm going to invest a little in crypto. Maybe in like
Well,
some
before we get into that,
actual
one
stock.
sec, because I know thoughts about crypto, but
Yeah.
so you get hit, your AirPods pop out of your pocket.
Yeah.
What are you thinking as soon as this happens?
I lost control of my car. I was like, shit. My foot moved over from the brake to the gas. I was like, why is it still going? Oh, my foot's on the gas. And then I was able to
So
pull
you were
to the
so
side.
disoriented you couldn't even tell what you were pressing.
Yeah.
You were like,
yeah, because I was
okay.
like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So I pull off to the side. I get control of the car, pull off to the side, and I rush over to the guy's car. He's all okay. Cops show
So
up.
he hit you and then you kept going, kind of?
Yeah, I spun around.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I spun around. But no.
Were there any other cars close by or involved?
It was at an intersection, so there were cars like stopped, but like nothing like in the immediate vicinity really.
Okay.
So yeah, that was good. So no one got hurt. No other cars besides mine and his got fucked up, but
Did you have any like flashes like, oh my gosh, I could be in real danger here as the car was spinning?
yeah. I was
Yeah.
like shit. Well, actually, what my mind was thinking was just shit.
Yeah.
Because like in that situation, I didn't have my life flash before my eyes. I was just thinking, shit. How do I pull off to the side?
I gotcha.
Yeah, I was just thinking, how do I get out of it? So I'm a very practical person. I'm very systematic. I go from point A to B. I don't want to jump shark.
Yeah, I know
jump
you're not
shark.
very religious, so I was wondering if you're
Yeah.
like, oh God.
No.
Oh,
I
I'm
was like,
sorry.
I was like, dear Allah.
Allah,
I have a
save me.
Muslim girlfriend, so now I just say, dear Allah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just cover your bases.
Mhm.
It's basically
Yep.
the same.
It is the same. They have the same original book. I mean, the Torah, the Quran, and the Bible, they all use the Old Testament. They call it different things for different things. Like the Jews call it the Torah. And,
Yeah, the first 5 books of the Bible, I think, are
Yeah.
the Torah.
And the Quran, it does have a version of the New Testament, but then it also has like all of Muhammad's teachings as well, because
Yes.
the Muslims teach that that Jesus was a prophet that preceded Muhammad.
Came before.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Muhammad was like the final prophet.
Muhammad was kind of like a warlord, wasn't he?
I'm
Like
not
he
sure.
was trying to like spread the religion with the sword.
Was he?
I don't know.
No, because Muhammad taught peace. Why Jesus wasn't the Messiah in the Muslim religion, from my understanding, is that because he got angry at the temple, he destroyed people's personal belongings. They believe that was a grave sin, and so he is not the Messiah for that main reason. From my understanding, I'm not a scholar. I'm not part of the religion, but
I don't remember
have
Jesus destroying
a knowledge.
people's stuff. He got mad at the.
Yeah, he said, my temple should be a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of thieves.
Oh yeah.
Get out!
And then he flipped the tables and all the
Jesus
coin
Christ
changers and the.
That's a line from Jesus Christ Superstar.
Okay.
It's a great movie.
Well, I think in the Bible it's like he got pissed because they were like profiting off of the religious ceremony basically.
Yeah. Man,
And
Jesus
he's
Christ Superstar is wild, and that
I've never seen it.
It's like it takes place during like the 70s, but also like back in like
So it was like
Jesus
the hippies'
time.
take on
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
if Jesus was a musical and
And it's
more
fucking
more
wild.
free love.
Like they were just selling guns at like the temple and shit, and like
Oh.
drugs, and they were like hookers and stuff
This
too.
is kind of like the Romeo and Juliet Shakespeare
Yes.
one where it's like modern day.
Yes, but every modern update to Jesus Christ Superstar, because it was written in '69 and it came to the stage in like the early '70s. All the modern updates, they try to make like all the hippies like goth and emo, and it's just really lame.
Wait, this is which one?
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Jesus Christ
Like all the
Superstar.
modern updates, like they did a 2019
Oh.
version with John Legend as Jesus.
Interesting.
He was actually really good, but in like his main song Gethsemane, when he's in the garden,
Uh-huh.
he has like the point of the song is, why should I die? Like, would I be more noticed? Is about like his hubris.
Sure.
Whereas John Legend's version, the high point of the song was die, which instead of why. And so it put more emphasis on the death and not so much
not so
what
much
was
on
behind
how.
it.
Yeah.
But he was really good as Jesus.
So one of them was kind of like self-interested, like, okay,
Yeah.
shit, why am I doing this, man?
Mm-hmm.
Like what would
Yeah.
like what's in it for me?
Exactly. That's exactly why. And like and Jesus and Judas are sort of like co-leaders essentially in that, and like Judas is like
They were
Judas
colluding.
is the protagonist. He's like, hey Jesus, like you're like the big dog, but like what you're doing is kind of fucking us up. Like you're riling up all this noise. I just want to be able to preach to these people, help the poor.
Yeah.
And he's just like, no, let's fuck up the Pharisees. Let's create some shit. Let's get the shit riled up. Let's go into Jerusalem. Let's get all the Pharisees mad at us.
Yeah.
And Jesus is like, dude, chill. Let's save this money that you're using for like the oils in your hair. You're hanging out with this hooker. Like this looks bad on us, dude. Mary Magdalene was a prostitute.
So it is kind of an interesting idea to think about that, like Jesus as a because I know the Gospels and
Oh, I studied them. I went to Catholic school.
yeah, okay, so on the one hand, you could say he is healing the sick. He's preaching good messages. He's wandering the countryside, but he's also building a following.
Yeah.
So he's ruffling feathers.
Yeah.
So like just by doing that, he had to have known that he is stirring the pot 100%.
Oh, and he was aware of it. He was doing it to, like, there's this point in the Garden of Gethsemane, like when they're having the Last Supper, where Judas is like, what if I didn't turn you in? I just ruined your ambition. Like his ambition was like, I gotta die so that I can complete this thing. Like it was a hubris thing for him.
Oh, so that character they took the angle of Jesus wasn't doing this for other people; he was doing it for his own fame and notoriety.
Yep. Which it didn't paint Jesus as a bad guy. It was just another. It's just another viewpoint of it, and they do it in a very respectful way.
No, I know. I know.
Like he's a flawed character, and Judas was flawed as well.
Right.
They were both flawed, but Judas was the protagonist. And oh my gosh, Carl Anderson as Judas, he has some fucking vocal cords. Let me tell you about that. Oh my goodness.
So Bill is reviewing musicals.
I'm reviewing
Jesus
musicals.
Christ Superstar. Which one? Okay, just to be clear, we're going fast, but which musical are you talking about?
We're talking about Jesus Christ Superstar, the
Which version?
the movie, the like I think it's like 72, 73, I want to say.
That's the one you're talking
Yeah,
about when you
talking
complimented the
about
guy
that
who
one.
played Judas.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Carl Anderson. My mom actually saw him and Ted Neely, the guy who plays Jesus in the movie. She saw them live twice, and she said that one time Judas was better, the other time Jesus was better. But that's just like any like live performance. Like stand-up, you'll be like, oh, this guy fucking bombed. But then the next time you see him, you're like, this guy's
So
fucking
wow, that's
incredible.
interesting that it could happen with a theatrical production where it's the exact same script and one shines brighter one night and one shines brighter a different night.
Yeah, people get worn out. Their vocal cords. I can imagine your vocal cords just get fucked up. Hamilton's another one of my favorites.
Wait, hang on, dude. Hang on. So, yeah. So Jesus as an instigator. Very interesting, that angle. Because like that angle would never, it would be sacrilege to even.
Some consider the musical blasphemous.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. I'm sure they are. I'm sure
My
they do.
mom,
But it is an
raised me on
interesting
that.
political kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
like to try and take the other side. Which I kind of think is an interesting exercise.
Which it reminds me of this non-canon book of the Bible. It's I think it was discovered. It dates back to like around the same time like that the actual books of the Bible
which
were
one?
written, like the Book of Judas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it dates back to around the same time, and all those books they were written hundreds of years after the apostles and Jesus died. Those were written like 300-400 years afterwards. So it was just stories being passed down from person to person, which is how religion
The main
developed.
Gospels were written within 100 years of the events.
No, they were a couple hundred
No.
years. Yes, they were.
No.
I
No.
follow I follow multiple religious scholars on YouTube. Religion for Breakfast. Like I think it was the Gospel of Mark. Don't quote me on which specific one, but I know one of them was written like 300 years after the passing of Jesus and the apostles. Some of them I'm sure were written closer to it, but not all of them. Most of them weren't. And through the years, things have been changed through like the change in language, mistranslation. Like monks, they were all handwritten, so they would write down the wrong thing, or someone think this word's better and write that in. And then how does that translate?
All right.
Religion is fascinating. I love religion.
Well, anyway, I'm still getting back to this as
Jesus Christ Superstar.
as an instigator.
Yeah.
Because like he had to have known that this was gonna obviously cause.
And like the Pharisees, they weren't good guys either. Like the high priest, they were
No.
trying to stir shit up too. They were like, this Jesus must die. Like John the Baptist, we killed him. We should kill Jesus too.
Right. Well, so where I'm kind of going with this, so the right now, Russia, Ukraine, the consensus media narrative is poor Ukrainians. They want to be free. They want to be a democracy, and Putin bad.
Yeah,
I agree. Putin's bad.
he's not a good guy.
But if you could get into the mind of Putin and why he's invading.
How come?
Well, there's a lot more going on.
I'm sure there is.
There's, I'm not an expert on all this stuff, but he was a KGB guy. So he was young when the Soviet Union was falling in the early 90s, and Gorbachev basically tore down the Berlin Wall, and it was like Russia trying to become capitalist and more of a democracy, more like the West. I don't know that Putin likes communism, because communism doesn't work as an economic system, but he is a proud guy, and like there was great shame and embarrassment in the Soviet Union.
That makes sense.
And how they like unconditionally surrendered to the West. They just collapsed. So it's like, dude, I feel embarrassed. Now I'm the leader of this country. I want to help Russia like reestablish some kind of dominance on the world stage. So that's kind of going on. And Ukraine was like,
so you're comparing it to Jesus Christ Superstar, whereas like Jesus is like, hey, like I'm trying to make some shit, and I'm gonna rustle some feathers along the way.
Well, it's just looking at the story a different way. Yeah, it's like if you look at it from a Christian perspective, Jesus was completely innocent, and But like, I'm saying you would demonize the people that crucified him and the Pharisees, but like maybe try to look at it from their perspective. I'm not saying they're good, but saying like, here's this Jesus guy, like their actions might have been rational on some level. Yeah, like this guy is stirring our shit up, and he's drawing all this attention to himself. He's causing all this political unrest.
And like even Pontius
I don't think
Pilate,
he did anything.
He's like, Jesus, I don't want to kill you.
No,
man.
he's like, you didn't do anything bad.
Like you aren't a bad guy. Like,
but the Pharisees wanted to
just say sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know this Russia thing.
Yeah, the Russia's pretty crazy.
I always feel like I don't know. It makes everybody become like investigative reporters on their own, because you can't really trust exactly what the media is telling you. It's funny. I watched this documentary on Ukraine. It's called Ukraine on Fire.
Ukraine on Fire. What's on YouTube?
Oliver Stone.
YouTube?
It was on YouTube. They took it down.
Oh, shit.
Because too many people were watching it.
Holy shit.
But it basically goes through the history of Ukraine and how Ukraine is not this innocent place. There were neo-Nazis, neo-Nazi sympathizers that rose up in the western part of Ukraine. In World War II, when the Germans invaded Ukraine, a lot of the Ukrainian people didn't like Jewish people and teamed up with the Nazis to commit horrible atrocities. And a lot of these people were anti-Russian and anti-communist to the point where some of their leaders, I forget the guy's name, when the war shifted to the Cold War and it was like U.S. against Soviet Union, the U.S. protected this guy even though he had committed crazy Nazi atrocities because he was helping to fight against the Soviet Union later. Okay. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's like United States, we're willing to overlook Nazi war crimes because you can now help us in this new fight against the Soviet Union.
I see what you're
So it's
saying.
like the U.S. not being pure all the way. The U.S. is bad guys. The U.S. has corruption.
They supplied the guns in the Iran-Contra scandal.
Yes.
I mean, the
shit like that.
The U.S. is constantly stirring the pot.
Right. And Ukraine, they gave up their nukes, so they don't have a good way to protect themselves. But they're really plush with natural resources, and they're like this big country between the West and between, Russia. So they're constantly going to be fucked with on either side by the Western countries or by Russia.
That makes sense.
And they switch sides a lot. They've switched sides over the last couple hundred years.
Okay.
To whoever can kind of help them. And they haven't established their own sovereignty because they don't have nukes. They probably shouldn't have given up their nukes. Okay. And by the way, they're involved with corrupt shit with the Bidens. Ah. You remember Hunter Biden was getting paid by Burisma, the Ukrainian-based energy company? Well, that was a story. It got politicized.
Hunter Biden was the drug one?
Drug guy.
Yeah, nice.
Yep.
Nice. We're pro drug here.
He was on the board. Yeah, he was on the board of Burisma and getting paid a lot of money to.
I would too.
But like Ukraine, I think was trying to bet on the winning side of the election, and
That's smart.
And they thought,
I'll say I'm pro Ukraine, but I am also I haven't studied this as thoroughly as most people have.
No, maybe I don't think a lot of people have studied it.
No.
But Ukraine on Fire documentary that showed how messy it was in Ukraine, it got taken down.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I don't like social media censorship.
I used to date a Ukraine girl.
Yeah, what was she like?
She was fun.
Yeah?
She was a nice young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Not like young. She was like my age.
Yeah, okay.
No, she was a nice young lady. She was adopted.
Mm-hmm. Adopted by a family in the States, and she was born in Ukraine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, nice young lady.
Yeah, dude, I feel for the Ukrainian people because they've had a lot of revolutions and, not a lot of stability over the last 100 years. I mean, between World War I, World War II,
she
the Cold
called
War.
her dildo the Putin.
She did?
Nah, I'm making this up.
Oh my gosh. I appreciate you.
That's a tag I'm working on.
Okay.
That's a tag I'm working on for a joke. Let me throw a joke out to you guys.
Yeah.
So my lady, she got a new dildo. It's shaped like a football. It looks like a nuke about to be dropped on the Ukraine. She calls it the Putin. But I like World War II. So I like to think of it as Hiroshima. So I call it the Fat Boy.
Isn't it Fat Man and Little Boy?
No, it's Fat Boy.
I thought it was Fat Man and Little Boy.
Oh my gosh, let's look this up.
All right. Yeah, we don't have a Jamie, so we'll have to.
Hey, Jamie, can you fuck me in my ass over here?
Oh my gosh.
Jamie, how can you suck so much?
Pull that
cum?
up, Jamie.
Let's see. Hiroshima.
Look up nukes. This won't get flagged in any way.
Let's see, name.
Can't have dead air.
Dead air is bad, guys. I know, Little Boy.
I told you it was Little Boy.
Fat Boy sounds funny.
See, I was probably right about when the Gospels were written too.
Yeah, it was Little Boy. Okay, I don't agree.
Fat
on the
Man
gospel.
and Little Boy.
Hey, I'm a little boy, and you're on your way to be a fat man.
I think it'd be better if it was Fat Man and Little Boy. Wait, no.
Fat Man and a little boy.
Fat Boy and Little Man, because then they both have something big.
Fat
like man. A man is big.
Yeah, that's why Fat Boy's better.
Right, so it should be what you thought it was. That's why you thought.
Yeah.
Fat Boy, because he's a boy, but he's fat.
I want the contradiction.
And the man is big, but he's little.
And like nukes are kind of funny. I mean, smashing atoms apart.
Nukes are, yeah. I was getting pretty worried about the nuke situation, and Travis Thubbin made a point to me.
What's that?
He said, "Don't even worry about it, dude." He's like,
No.
"Don't even worry about it, because what's going to happen is you're going to be at the dinner table. It's going to be 6 o'clock, and you're going to be like, isn't it a little brighter outside than it normally is?" And it's over.
Yeah. No, I mean, and
it.
anyone like who was not in like the blast vicinity, I mean, you're gonna die of radiation anyway.
Or you're just gonna be real messed up for a while and
like
not gonna be able to go to a hospital to like check out.
And there would be like a nuclear.
Is my skin supposed to be boiling like that? I don't think.
There'd be a nuclear winter because like it would block out the sun, and then all that would create like.
So what would that look like? Would it look like the landscape of the Matrix, where it's all like cloudy and dark and lightning and stuff?
It looked like a really gloomy winter.
Mm-hmm.
The Dark Knight Returns actually has a nuclear winter in it, which is what inspired both Batman v Superman and The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
It's called The Dark Knight Returns, and Superman takes a nuke and explodes somewhere. I don't remember where, but like outside of like any like safe area.
Mm-hmm.
Like bad area, any like area that would like kill people, and like it creates a nuclear winter in Gotham, and this is like in a month that's not like wintry.
I gotcha.
And so like it's just like snow everywhere.
Of course, Gotham's like never sunny.
Yeah,
Gotham's always kind of bleak.
That's how Gotham should be.
Yeah.
I want Gotham the hottest it can ever be, even in the summer. I think the hottest.
I think it'd
Gotham
be cool, like in a
70.
Batman movie, for like just one scene to be like, oh my gosh, it's sunny out. Like I'm gonna go. Like Batman just goes and gets like a ice cream cone, and just there's nothing bad happens for a while.
Robin, give me an ice cream cone.
Robin, it's nice out, bro. Let's go to the fair.
You want to know what's fucked up about Batman?
What?
This guy, he recruits multiple orphans in his war on crime, young children in his war on crime, and he dresses them in these brightly colored costumes for the point of drawing gunfire away from him.
Yeah.
As a distraction.
That is interesting. Hey, Robin.
Hey,
I got you a
Robin.
costume. You're going to wear bright red and yellow.
Put on these booty shorts.
Yeah. And you're going to be like, what the?
Yeah, you look nice. Tell Papa. Tell Papa, hey.
That reminds me. Have you seen MacGruber?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, one of the things MacGruber does is he does a distraction mechanism where he gets completely naked. And he puts a stick of celery up his butt and then just covers his wiener and then just dances like that and makes bird noises like caw, caw. And then like all the people are like, what the fuck?
I always say if I were to ever get
the other
mugged
shoot.
and they don't shoot him.
No, the other people shoot the guys.
Oh, that's funny.
So he's the distraction and then the other people.
If I ever get mugged, I'm just going to start immediately undressing and run towards the person with my dick out. Like, just take all my clothes off and be like, is this what you want? Is this what you want? Just start running towards them. I think that's
they could just shoot you.
They're not gonna know what to do. They're gonna be like, what the fuck is this guy doing? He's getting all angry at me. He's taking his clothes off. Is that his penis? It shouldn't be shaped like that.
Yeah.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't know what if you just saw a crazy guy running at you, dick out and all, you'd be like, what the fuck?
I'd be very confused.
Yeah, like
scared.
imagine one of like the homeless people in Main
That's
Street
what I was gonna say.
stuff.
The homeless, I can compare that to. Like they're scary because you don't know what they're gonna do, and
I
you kind of
once-
freeze.
I once saw a guy in one of the corridors on Main Street. He was just dead asleep, and his hand was down his pants. I assume he was masturbating. The pants are sort of down, like not enough to where you could see the dick, but enough to where you could tell it was probably out not too long ago.
Okay.
I think he was masturbating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you don't want to screw with the guy who's willing to publicly masturbate.
I
That's
left a little
dangerous.
bottle of
That's
lotion
risky
near him.
business.
A couple
Of course,
tissues.
didn't phase you. You wanted to help him. Like I don't need change, but I can give you this Jergens.
I'm trying to help the less fortunate.
I'm trying to. Oh my goodness.
I left him a little fleshlight.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude. If somebody's unpredictable, you don't really want to mess with them.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I kind of think Donald Trump had some silver linings with his foreign policy. He was
Yeah.
so crazy that people didn't screw with him because they're like, "Whoa, he's the equivalent of the naked Bill Riner with his dick out running at you."
Naked Bill Riner is Trump. You heard it here first.
Maybe Bill, you need to run in 2024.
Ooh,
if you were 35, you could.
Okay. How I got like how many years till I've got 9 years till I'm 35. So okay, we're gonna start building my political my political campaign. The main thing that it will hinge on is what's my thesis? What's my thesis, David? What could I run on?
Make America gay again.
Make America gay again.
We're gonna
That's
we're
what
gonna
we're
make
gonna
gay
do.
marriage illegal again, so it's cool to be gay underground.
I'm helping you guys. It's like a gay
so look,
speakeasy.
I know it sounds bigoted to make gay marriage illegal again, but think about how cool it's gonna be.
It'll be niche. It'll be cool.
It'll
You're
be
doing something
niche. It'll be
bad.
underground, bro. Don't you guys want to be cool? Aren't you sick of being like gay marriage getting legal, like your grandma getting on Facebook, bro?
You heard it here first. Make America gay again. And I'm not going to be secretive about that at all. I'm just going to say, look, my plan is to make gay marriage illegal so that everyone will want to do it.
Yes.
I'm trying to.
Yes,
I'm trying to make a new
it's a
nuclear
scientific
family.
fact. People want what they can't have, so therefore we're gonna make it illegal to be gay.
I'm trying to
And we're gonna
lower
put
the
anybody-
population of the Earth because we're outrunning our resources. I'm trying. It's just a form of population control. That's all it is, guys.
Yeah.
Get on board or get out.
Get on board. I actually heard population is falling off a cliff. People aren't having kids anymore.
Fuck yeah, that's the way to do it. We're running out of resources.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we
No, we're
are.
not. No,
we're
we're
going to run out in not too long. I
We're
don't know
not
how
running out
long.
of resources. We're running out of money because we're spending our.
Why not print more?
Because then everything's going to be $1 billion.
Yes, print more money. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I know. It's too easy. Hey, look at the price of gas, inflation, dude.
How much is gas right now?
This is
Like
how
$4?
empires collapse. Yeah, as of this recording, I think in
I
South
filled up
Carolina it's
last
$4.
night.
I think it's $6 in
I think
California?
ATL is like $5.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be higher in California.
Yeah.
It's
That's wild.
yeah, dude. Crazy times.
Gas is expensive. You know what's also another form of gas that's not as expensive? Marijuana.
Marijuana, straight gas.
Straight gas in it, bro.
Yeah.
Put a little gas
Is that
mask
what
on.
you say if marijuana is good?
No,
This shit's gas?
I think it's just like another way to say, hey, I want to buy weed.
Oh,
It's just, hey, you got any gas, bro?
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like a teenager thing to say, from my understanding.
That's gas.
Yeah, like.
But you don't have to
give me
apply
that
it to just
gas.
weed. It could be anything.
No, it's just weed. It's just another name for weed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you got some gas, bro?
I'm learning.
Yeah.
How did you learn that one?
This
TikTok?
No, this teenager who lived in my apartment complex. He was like, "Hey, man, you want some gas?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. "Drugs are bad."
Drugs
That's
are
what
bad.
I said to him. I said,
okay.
"Drugs are bad. I'm reporting you to the police officers right this moment." That's what I told him. I'm a good Christian boy.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Absolutely.
anti-drug now.
We are anti-drug.
We were pro-drug earlier, but we changed our minds.
You know, the one drug that I had tried to kick is nicotine, and that's actually the real reason I brought you on, Bill.
Yeah,
Bill's my supplier of vapes,
I am.
which I had quit 2 years ago.
yeah. I'm a bad influence. I just thought it would make me look
so good.
They are so tasty, and like they don't sit in your stomach like most of them, where you're like, okay, I took 2 puffs and now I'm sick. Like these, you could just puff on them, and you're like, this is nice.
Yeah, I have a low tolerance because I don't buy them myself, but
Yeah.
I get a little head buzz off the vapes, and
If you're just like a tiny bit buzzed from alcohol, smoke a little cigarette or have a little vape, you're like, wow, this is the place. This is the place.
Mm-hmm.
That's like prime buzzage right there.
Yeah.
What's
I
new in
forgot
the
how
life
good
of
it is.
David?
You want to know what's new in my life?
Yeah.
I performed stand-up comedy in front of coworkers for the first time. and
Oh,
I've
tell
not
us how
told
that
them.
went.
Not great.
What happened, David?
Not great. So I don't. So we were at a bar, corporate event. Marketing was there. HR was there. Sales reps from the East Coast were there. Probably a group of about 75 people. And we were doing karaoke at a bar, Pinhouse in Charlotte. My manager, our VP of sales, they both know I do stand-up, but never seen my material or never have heard of, but they just know I do it. And
They didn't know how shitty you were.
man,
David's a good comedian.
shut up, Bill. I don't care. Exactly. They didn't know how shitty I was. So anyway, people are doing karaoke. Beer's flowing. And I'm sober. I'm not drinking. I'm not under influence of anything. But
What we didn't know.
I know. I only remind everybody on it I'm sober. I'm better than you.
Hey.
Totally.
You're bad people.
You are. Yeah. Everybody who drinks should really kill themselves. No. So a couple of people started like doing, other stuff. Like my buddy Josh, he went up there and started breakdancing to a song. Really good break dancer. Yeah. So I am kind of sitting there wondering. I did one karaoke song with some people, and I'm wondering, oh shit, is somebody gonna like say, David, tell some jokes? Of course, end of the night. It's almost 10 o'clock. We're about to get on the corporate buses home, and they're like, dude, Baker, go up there and tell a few jokes. Just do like a couple minutes. And I was like, no, it's not a good idea. Not good context, whatever. And finally, they're like, dude, come on, just do it. So like, I wander up there. I grab the mic.
You wander up there with your big awkward walk.
Yeah.
Leaning over everyone.
And there's a group of people kind of to my right that are like more sales reps and people that are kind of in on what I'm about to do. The rest of the room's kind of like milling around, not aware of it. So I'm like, all right, guys, you want me to tell some jokes? And then they like react like, yeah. I was like, all right, well, you idiots, you got to listen for a second. Then, all right, hang on. I got to make sure is HR in the room? And then people kind of started laughing. Then I'm getting more of their attention. And then I said, I'm not a fan of abortion. Meanwhile, my buddy, as I say the word abortion, he's like, let's go, dude. Like, we're not gonna abortion. We're not doing a corny joke. And I said, I'm not a fan. I'm a man of God. So when this girl I was seeing got pregnant, I did the right thing. I just left. I say that joke. the guys and the people that are kind of in on it laugh,
Mhm.
and it's like also.
Was it pity laughter? Was it, oh, he's doing it laughter? Or was it like genuine?
It was genuine / a shock laugh.
Okay.
Like that joke would kind of get at a
Yeah.
comedy club because
Yeah.
it's like,
No, that
like,
gets laughs.
it gets attention. And
No,
then
it
gets
always gets laughs.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, it got laughs throughout and then I did one other joke about the teacher I met who hated the kids.
Yeah.
And they mumble and then, she's a special ed teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was
How'd
just
that
like,
one
all
go?
right, that's it. That got laughs too.
You did 2 dark material
Two
jokes.
dark jokes.
Why didn't you do boiled peanuts?
Oh, because none of them are from the South. They're all from all over the East Coast. That's why it was a really bad situation.
That wouldn't make sense.
Because there was no way to do an act
Yeah. That wouldn't
in
make
that
sense.
environment.
It wouldn't work.
And my only one-liners are dark.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So then I just sang a song. I did David Bowie, Under Pressure.
Because you felt under pressure.
I felt very under pressure. Yeah.
Bum,
yeah.
bum, bum, ba-da-dum,
Yeah.
bum.
So then I got off. Everybody that was like, and I was like, "Go, dude, that's great." And then I start to hear other people start talking.
What were they saying?
Like marketing
What were they saying?
and HR. Well, apparently Pete was coming out of the bathroom and marketing person was, "Who was that? What were they? That was so inappropriate.
Ah.
What were they saying?" And then people was like, "Oh yeah, that's David. We love him.
Oh,
He's on our team." So definitely split reaction.
that was marketing though saying that?
Somebody from marketing. I don't even know who it was specifically.
What was HR saying? What was HR
I
saying?
don't think they said anything. I think they just probably felt a little bit like it was inappropriate. And
Yeah.
so,
Do you think you ruined your reputation?
Probably.
That's
Probably.
okay.
Well, it was kind of and I say this to anybody, like anytime it was a mistake. I was kind of forced into that in a way.
I mean, what
made
can
the
you say in
decision.
that situation? No, I don't want to do it. I'm a bad comic. Not like bad as in like I'm not good at stand-up, but like
I'm a pussy.
this isn't
I kind of
gonna
felt
work
like
here.
I would have been kind
like
of a
if they
wimp
came
by
to
saying no.
your show, like that would be a lot more acceptable. But doing it at a work event, I would feel out of place doing that.
Yeah.
And you were forced into it.
I wasn't
so
really
it's
forced.
not your fault.
I was egged on.
Yeah, you were egged on.
So I'm spineless and
you're
subject
peer
to peer
pressure.
pressure.
You're we're
yeah.
pro peer pressure.
So I have no spine or thoughts of my own.
Oh, I completely am in that same boat.
Well, yeah. So I don't know. I started to hear like maybe it was a mixed reaction, and my manager, to her credit, she was really sweet. It's like, yeah, I got your back 100%. Like, yeah.
Nah,
and hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully people forget about it, but who knows?
I'm
the
sure
next
they
the
will.
next day we went to breakfast and people weren't like standing by me,
Oh,
and I was trying to see if it was like in my head or if it was like we don't want to be associated with David.
would you walk over to people and like they
I'd be
would
like,
back out?
Hey, yeah, what the hell, guys? You guys
Mm-hmm.
hate me now? What the?
You guys are a bunch of fucking cunts. You
Well-
fucking cocks. Fuck all of you. I'm gonna make my own medical sales company.
No,
It's gonna be better than yours.
No, I don't want to be I don't want. It just happened.
Mm-hmm.
It just happened, and I feel, in a way, I feel bad.
Yeah.
But in another way, I feel amazing because,
Feel liberated.
yeah, it's like it's like hitting bottom.
Yeah. That was your rock bottom?
Not really, but I mean, I have a lot of these, but
you have a lot of rock bottoms.
yeah, it's like once you do something, like anybody who wants to like,
What's your
feel
most
more
rock
free,
bottom?
just embarrass yourself and just do something ridiculous, do something, and then
Do stand up.
and realize the world doesn't end afterwards,
Mhm.
and then you're more free
Yeah.
to think, to do whatever. Like since that
That's why I'm
since
not
that
worried
time,
about
like bombing
nuclear
on
bombs.
stage, it's like, not that was even a bomb exactly. It was
Yeah.
really, but it was. I remember it was the
It
same
was
thing that happened when
visceral.
I performed in front of my family.
Yeah.
Like, you're afraid of what your family thinks. You're afraid of what your coworkers think. Well, if you can kind of just push through that,
Yeah.
on the other side of it,
Mm.
going to a normal mic now, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even
performed in
care.
front of coworkers, not at work events.
It's
but
like if you have
I've had
fear,
coworkers come.
if you have fear, and if whoever it is, if it's what your coworkers, what your parents think, it's like exposure therapy. It's like confronting that thing. And
Was that the first time you had any coworkers see you do stand up, or have you had like some?
Yeah.
You've had some come out
Probably.
in the past.
yeah,
Like that one girl we met at the Halloween show. She was your coworker, right?
I'm not remembering this.
She had like a jingly skirt. I want to say.
I don't remember this.
It was Hayden's birthday party show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haley. Yeah. She was a customer.
Oh, she's a customer.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that was great. That was a relatively, clean, benign set and everything.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't lead with abortion jokes, and I don't want anybody to think.
Sometimes he does.
Sometimes I do, but
David likes
I try not to be tone deaf to the room. So like,
Yeah.
it was not a good night,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, because of how I'm wired, I had an attachment to like the coworker thing. And
Yeah. That makes
I
sense.
gotta protect my reputation at all costs.
Yeah.
There's
And
there's kind of like a liberating thing to be like, damn the torpedoes.
Fuck you all.
Yeah, not that I like all those people, but sometimes you can get into like this mode where like that becomes so important to you that you should let it go.
Uh-huh.
So not the best way to do it, maybe, but
The other day,
for me, I feel better on the other side of it.
You feel better now?
Oh yeah.
You feel
Oh
better?
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Did it feel worse in front of the coworkers or the family? Because your dad had
Family.
seen you do stand up before.
My dad had seen me do stand up before.
Yeah, but the
That
rest
was
of your
probably
family
it was a worse set in front
Yeah.
of my family because
I mean, you did it with like a music act.
music acts. I was
Comedy
the opening
never
act.
goes
No, and I
well with
wasn't.
music.
I think I do better a lot. I think I've gotten more comfortable in the last couple of months, a lot more. But yeah,
Comedy and music,
at the
they just
time,
don't
even
mix.
over Christmas, I didn't really have the
Yeah.
the experience or wherewithal to like make it normal that I was doing stand up, like hosting wise or whatever.
Oh, you think so?
Mhm.
When did you get comfortable hosting, you would say?
Oh well, I mean, I'm not super, but like just over opening for Brent Pella was really fun because I
Mhm.
did like 5 sets, each 10 minutes each in one weekend. That
Mhm.
was really
That's really
a learning
good.
experience.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stage time in a little period.
And a lot of time to be able to adapt in that period, too.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, the stage time, man. I'm really understanding like all those comics talk about stage time. Like it pays off the more you do it.
Oh, absolutely. That's why we hit
just-
3-4 mics a week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What about you, dude? I mean, you've been starting to do some hosting.
Yeah, no. We've been hosting Radio Room. No, I love hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
What do you what's your mindset when you go up there? You kind of talking to
keeping
everybody?
the energy up. It's keeping the energy up. I don't know. I don't care how I do it. Just I gotta keep the energy going. Roast the comic just went off the stage. If it's Aaron, I'll say, I can see clearly now that Aaron's gone. He's blind.
Yeah.
So like roast the comic that just went up.
Yeah.
Make a little joke off of them. If it's an audience member with a mustache, hey, a fellow mustache bro, give us a little twirl. Everyone, give it up for the mustache. Bros.
Yeah, it's cool how it comes. Doesn't it come more easily? Like the less
It
you
does.
care.
Yeah.
Like if you're like thinking, oh shit, I gotta write the perfect roast joke right now, and I got 30 seconds to think of it, and
It just needs to feel natural.
it just needs to feel natural.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be smart. It doesn't have
Yeah.
to be witty. It doesn't even have
Yeah,
to be
so
right.
if you're less, scared
Yeah.
or
I'm a lot more
if you
comfortable
have less
hosting
fear.
than like just like some shitty mic.
What's that?
I'm a lot more comfortable hosting than just like a shitty mic with no audience. I'd rather be hosting with no audience than being a comic with no audience.
Yeah, but you gotta do both. I mean, you gotta
Yeah.
use because I think the recipe to not die in those mics with like 2 people is to kind of become a host because you just do
Yeah.
crowd work.
Oh yeah, it's just crowd work with that because you can't tell material to two
Yeah, if you
people.
tell material to 2 people, it's gonna
Yeah.
come across
You
weird.
gotta ingratiate them into the material. You gotta like,
Yeah.
hey, what are you guys on date night? Okay, I had a cute date night. I joined Al Qaeda. Just involving them like that.
I joined Al Qaeda recently.
I thought I'm not a terrorist. I thought it was a cute date night.
Yeah. So well that's what's been going on with me is just trying to stay sane while the world's ending. Dude, I'm weird. I think about big philosophical stuff a lot, and I
Yeah.
think about like the end of the
The
world.
world's never gonna end. The Watchmen said it the best. People keep saying it is, but it just hasn't happened.
Yeah, I know. But the things we're seeing are unprecedented
Not unprecedented, but
in our lifetimes. Unprecedented.
yeah, I mean it's not unprecedented, but we get
Talk
over
me
it.
up.
We get over it. We get past it. We're humans. We find a way. Life finds a way.
Life finds a way.
When
Is that
we-
from Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we run out of resources on Earth, a select
We're
few
not going to run
people-
out of resources, though.
We're gonna run the planet to shit at some point. I can tell you
No.
that much. Yeah, we are.
That's not our biggest threat right now.
What's the biggest threat?
The biggest threat is geopolitical nations fighting and currency instability.
Yeah, I could see currency.
Because okay, And this gets into where you may want to buy some Bitcoin or
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm looking into crypto. If anyone has any advice, send it to me, Bill Bobful on Instagram, BILLBOBFUL. Bill Riner.
Because, yeah, I watched this video on the rise and fall of empires.
Mm-hmm.
And usually what happens is
Oceans rise.
there's a dominant world power, and then they get affluent. They don't want to work as much. They kind of get complacent.
Mm-hmm.
We start spending more than we're producing.
Mm-hmm.
And then because we were so dominant and they used our currency everywhere, so they use dollars everywhere. They accept dollars as the world's reserve currency. That's what they mean. Like, you could go to Mexico, give them $1, they'll be like, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Because dollars are worth something.
Yeah.
We know that.
Mm-hmm.
That George Washington is worth a lot more than the peso.
Yeah.
Stable currency, blah, blah, blah. But if we start, getting lazy, not producing as much, spending a lot, not paying back our debts, then the currency becomes less and less valuable.
That makes sense.
So we're printing a shit ton of money, bro. That's why inflation's going up.
That makes sense.
And then if you have a commodity crisis like oil, it's going to spike inflation higher. And
Interesting.
You're yawning.
No, David. As much as I love you, I love yawning even more.
Okay, no, that's fine. So,
yawning's contagious.
If U.S. is at the top of the deck in terms of countries, it is going like this.
Okay. Oh.
China might be going like this.
Ah.
So, and Russia is not powerful at all. Russia's economy is small, but they have nukes and they have a guy who's willing to, instigate an international war. So they might team up.
They're tanking now, though, aren't they?
So if there's a shift in the global order, and it's not the U.S., I just don't know what that looks like. I don't know if we kind of become more like a Canada, and we're more chill and we have less global influence.
I think it depends on our leader as well.
It does. And I don't think we have a leader right now. I think we got an old guy who's trying to string sentences together.
Old Steve Rogers from Endgame.
Yeah. No.
He looks just like Steve Rogers in Endgame.
Who was Captain America at the end, and he says, no, I don't think I will. No.
It's uncanny.
Yeah, that's Biden.
Joe Biden, he's actually my grandfather. He touched me on the penis. And he said, Is this thing on?
Yeah, as a child.
As a child, he did that to me. I have very fond memories of him.
Yeah. I guess I don't want to get partisan, but anyway.
Yeah, you're a partisan boy. You're a partisan pal. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm just worried. I'm just.
I want to tell you about my cats.
The reason. Wait, really?
Yeah. Let me tell you about my cats.
Okay, tell me about your cats.
Kitty cats. I have two beautiful kitty cats. My older cat, her name is Dog. She is all black. Her original name was Gigi, but when I received her, I was like, I don't like that name. She's a new girl now. She needs something brand spanking new. So I was like, should I name her Selena after Catwoman? Should I name her Princess Carolyn from BoJack Horseman? Last minute, I was like, fuck that. I'm naming her Dog. And it's fucking incredible. She's amazing. She's a sweet little baby girl.
Dog.
You've met Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, you met Dog. The black one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then back in the summer, I got a strapping young man. He was a little kid, and he showed up at my coworker's house, and he and his little brothers, and I received him. I received him as a little kitten, and I thought he was a girl for a month until it took a vet and a veterinarian to tell me he has a set of testicles.
But not a penis?
He has a penis.
It was just really small?
I saw his penis once.
Oh my god!
You can't really see. You can't really see a cat penis because it's like in a little pouch and just pops out. It's not like a dog's penis where like the penis is still like that. The penis that you see on a dog is not his actual penis. It's just like the penis sheath. Like their penises, they just go. But I saw Bubba. His name is Bubastis, named after a city in ancient Egypt dedicated to the cat god Bast. Also a carrot. This cat in Watchmen is named Bubastis, and so his name is Bubastis, but I call him Bubba.
Bubba.
He's a handsome young man. He's my baby boy. He's my short king. He's a handsome young man. He's trying his best. He's very charming, very charming.
Yes.
And so I saw his penis once, and I was like, "What the?"
How did that happen? Were you giving him a bath or something?
No, he's just licking himself. You don't really.
Do cats do that?
What? Lick
Dogs always lick themselves.
Oh,
They
cat.
lick
That's how they clean themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. Cats do it constantly. Have you ever seen a cat like do that and like licking?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cleaning.
It's so weird they like know to have to clean
Yeah.
themselves.
I cleaned dog once because she smelled kind of like poopy.
Do you think animals know that because it's just evolutionarily, biologically, it prevents disease and stuff?
Yeah.
They're like, okay,
And, like, who wants
the
to be
ones
dirty?
that clean. Yeah, who wants to be dirty? And the ones that are clean survive. So like the mom's like, you gotta clean yourself.
I think evolutionary, it's sort of like ingrained in us.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a neckbeard or something, you're like, I just want to be dirty all the time.
Neckbeard?
Yeah, like one of those gross people. You guys know neckbeards. Take David, for example.
Hey, I try to shave right here.
No, you look good. I'm messing with you. You look good. No. A neckbeard is not an actual neckbeard. One could have a neckbeard. Typically, a neckbeard does have a neckbeard, but it's more of a type of person. It's a type of guy who lives in his mom's basement. He
Plays
has
hacky
jars
sack?
of piss. No, they aren't very physical usually.
No?
Think more of like they're playing video games all day, watching anime. They probably have a couple anime body pillows, maybe a couple katanas.
Anime body pillows in lieu of an actual woman.
Yeah, and maybe a couple fleshlights. They'll wear like a really crappy fedora with a trench coat with a graphic tee with a pair of cargo shorts. Maybe fingerless gloves. I'm painting a pretty vivid picture here.
Fingerless gloves. I'm thinking of Home Alone villain. Marv.
Yeah, but that's a neckbeard, and they're nice guys. Like, nice guys.
Wait. So the neckbeard guys, I'm trying to visualize this. I can't picture. Like, they don't have any mustache, do they?
It's usually
just,
very wispy. It's usually just
like
a gross
the neck.
Yeah, usually it's just a gross
like
pube
like
beard.
an Amish guy.
But you can be a neckbeard without having any facial hair, and you could have a neckbeard, a literal neckbeard, without being the type and a neckbeard as a person.
Okay.
A neckbeard's more of an idea.
You're the embodiment.
Yes.
Of the character
It's
neckbeard.
nice guys finish last. All women are sluts if they don't sleep with me. It's that mindset.
Incels?
Yeah, they're incels. Yes,
but they're only one brand of incel. I know there's a lot of other incels.
So incels come from neckbeards. It's a branch of neckbeard.
It's like a stage.
Yeah. So you start as a neckbeard, then you get into 4chan and all that, and you're like, yeah,
what is
I hate
4chan
women.
again?
So 4chan's sort of like a dirtier Reddit. Like, you can just post anything to it, and it's all anonymous, and people are just like,
is
let's be
4chan
racist
the same
and
as
stuff.
QAnon?
QAnon did post on 4chan. That's where QAnon did come from.
Okay, but
from
they're
my
not the
understanding.
same. It's
No.
it's like a forum?
QAnon was someone posting to 4chan.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, someone named
Who
Q.
was the group that screwed with Shia LaBeouf for a while? Was that 4chan?
It probably was. They screw with a lot of people.
Yeah, dude, that was hilarious. I remember when Shia, after Trump got elected, he kind of went berserk and had that video screen like in New York City, and he would go on it and be like, "He will not divide us. He will not divide us." And he just went nuts, and then people just started screwing with him.
That's incredible.
And then like they vandalized the camera, so then they he put this flag that said "He will not divide us," and he raised the flag, and it was at this nondescript location. Nobody knew where it was, and they had a camera on it 24 hours.
Oh,
a day.
I remember that.
And then they looked at the coordinates of the stars, and they identified where it was based on the coordinates of the stars. The 4chan people
and they found him.
and they found it, and then they took it down, and I think they replaced it with something. They might have replaced it with a "Make America Great Again."
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
incredible. People are incredibly smart.
I kind of miss the playful terrorism stuff of like 2016. It was
like, that's fun.
It was a
just
little
shooting
more
the shit.
playful.
Yeah, it wasn't like politically
like the green
motivated.
Frog, or like
Pepe the Frog was fucking incredible.
Yeah, he was a good little troll.
That was really fun. Like I'm not pro Trump or anything, but I was just like, this is fucking hilarious.
I thought Trump was hilarious.
I
thought
you can't argue he wasn't funny.
Yeah, I thought
whatever your political beliefs are, that guy was hilarious.
He shook things up because you got to remember, before Trump, there wasn't like that kind of cartoonish type of news story every day. Like, he made the news way more fun and interesting.
Oh my gosh, it's like, what's Trump up next? Come here, same bat time, same bat channel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That
but
sort of stuff.
post 2020, it's like everything is like actually way more dark and real and crazy. So,
how long you been growing your hair?
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't remember my last haircut.
A year ago?
Yeah, it might have been a year.
Because you definitely got it cut within the span of time I've known you. Maybe summer. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, it could be.
Because I met you last March. I met you last March.
Yeah. I used to flip it up.
Yeah. Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron, yeah.
Yeah.
Now Now it's just I don't know. I might need a trim.
You look
Speaking of,
like-
you look good, dude. You just got a haircut.
I just got a haircut.
Very dapper.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me
You
blush.
look like the Captain America dude early on.
I look like
Steve
skinny
Rogers.
Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers.
I used to
You
be
look
a
like
buff
Steve
boy.
Rogers and Rick Moranis.
Oh, I look like Ned Flanders.
You
I
look
look
like Ned
like-
Flanders banged Rick Rogers.
Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers.
I look like Joe Dirt fucked the Princess Bride.
Yes.
Yeah, I look like Mark Ribelet and Mark Maron.
Yes.
I have a mustache and glasses. I'm very easily assignable to any people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a bare minimum requirement.
You're like a
You got any jokes you're working
character
on?
on the back of Clue. What is it? Is that Clue?
Clue, yeah.
Or wait,
Oh,
what's the one?
The new one?
What's the
Death
one where
on
there's like a
Nile?
bunch of faces and then you flip the faces down? Is that Clue?
No.
That's,
That is
Who Done It? I
it
forget
was
the name of that
it
game.
It wasn't Heads Up 7-Up. It wasn't that. It was. I don't know the
There's
name
a
of it.
bunch
I know
of
what you're
faces
talking
and
about.
you like eliminate
It's like
them based
20
on
of them,
clue.
and it's like, is it the guy with the big fucking nose? It's like, no, that guy's.
But they all
fucking
have
Homer.
interchangeable characteristics like
Yeah.
beard, glasses,
Yeah.
hair. What's the name of that?
I don't know what it's called, but I know the game you're
by
talking about.
Milton Berle.
Hey, if you know what we're talking about, put in the comments below. Let's get some fan involvement. Let's get some Audi
Algorithm
involved.
time, bro.
Let's call it Audi involvey. That's what we're gonna call
let's
it.
get some of the crazy people on Bill's TikTok algorithm. to
Oh
weigh
my
in.
gosh, it'd be incredible.
You got to build a fan base.
I should start interviewing TikTok people.
Well, speaking of, Bill's got some new segments that are recurring. Tell us about the toast reviews.
So I do toast reviews. I review toasted bread. I put it in a toaster and I review it.
Where did this idea come from?
I just thought it was a fun thing to do. It's something that people need to know about. People are reviewing fast food. They're reviewing recipes. They're reviewing all these nice restaurants. Where's the bread? Everyone needs a niche, and I found it. This is something that people have been asking for years, ever since YouTube started and people started those food reviews. They were like, where the fuck is the toast reviews? And I had the dough balls to do it.
We just don't know which toast to get.
That's what people say to me all the time. People come up to me on the street and you're like, "Hey, you're Bill's Toast Reviews. What do you recommend?" I'm eating some scrambled eggs in the morning. I got some chives to put in them,
Bill's
some onions.
ticket to the top, bro.
Look, I'm just doing what needs to be done. I am completely selfless here. I am just giving myself to the community.
How many brands of toast are there in the grocery store?
A significant amount.
I want to go to the bread aisle and look next time because I'm
Do
wondering
it.
when you're going to run out of ideas for toast.
Oh, I got a bunch written down. So recently, someone asked me what toaster I use, and I feel like that's a very personal question. That's not information I'm comfortable discussing. It's kind of like HIPAA. It's medical information.
Yes.
And so I got very uppity about it. I got very upset, and I let everyone know, and I got pissed off. I threw the plate. All that. I lost a lot of subscribers, so I made an apology, and I guess they felt like it was rather ingenuine.
Disingenuous?
Disingenuine, yeah. So that lost even more subscribers, and the toast reviews, they're my main form of income. They really are. So I'm poor as shit now. Right now I'm resorting
How many TikTok followers do you have?
like 50, I want to say, something
Okay.
like that. Most of them are people I know.
Yeah.
But I'm getting like once a week or so I'll see 2 or 3 like just random followers. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
because of the regular
yeah.
content, right?
Most of my comments are from like people just scrolling through, like not people
Yeah.
I know, just people scrolling through. Most
Yeah,
because
because you put them as a reel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like a little
Yeah.
pro tip for any comics out there. Reels get a lot of views on Instagram.
They get a lot.
That's how
under
this
a minute.
podcast grows. The reels.
59 seconds.
Yeah, we pick hopefully an interesting part in this 2 hour, however long this is, and any interview where it's funny.
Yeah. This week, I reviewed Martin's 8 long potato rolls. They are hot dog buns. I took them from.
Why do they call them potato rolls?
I believe they're made with potatoes.
So they're keto.
Probably.
Wait, no, I guess not keto because carbs.
I didn't do my research.
Potatoes have carbs.
I'll tell you how I found them. So I was
Gluten free, maybe.
I couldn't tell you
potatoes have
that. I don't know. They probably do. They're a grain.
All right.
No, they aren't a grain. They're a carbohydrate.
Yeah.
But no, how I found him was I was actually performing stand-up comedy at this child's birthday party. I told the comics I was a squeaky clean, family-friendly comic. Got up on stage, started telling all my dicks and pussy jokes, and they threw me off the stage. In retribution, I stole the roll of hot dog buns. I stuffed it in my coat, started fighting everyone with it, started throwing the buns at people. And I was like, this is what I eat to survive. I need this. You guys are taking money out of my hands, out of my pocket. My cats are going to starve.
You're stealing the bread.
Yeah, I'm just stealing all the bread, and they're cursing me out. They're calling the cops. They're like, "Get the fuck out of here!" You told my son you're the gayest straight guy. You said you did a lot of coke and you had to jerk off onto a lady's face, and then told my wife she's a real slut.
Dude.
That's what he said to me, and I'm like, "Fuck you, man! You hired me. You knew what was coming. I don't care if I lied to you." So now I can't perform at child's birthday
parties. I wish this story was true. I really
This is a true story.
This is true.
This is a true story. I'm not making up. So if anyone has any suggestions for what toast I should review in the future, please put in the comments. Donate toast to me. If you got homemade bread, send it to me. Hit me up on Instagram. I'll give you my address. You can ship it to there.
I think it's a funny idea.
Yeah, send toast in.
Dave Portnoy on Barstool has pizza reviews, and that's more of a serious.
Ooh.
Although he kind of hams it up and does comedy with it.
Mm-hmm.
But he reviews pizza places all over the country.
Yeah.
And you just pick toast, the most bland thing that kind of correlates with your stage.
I might get into condiments soon. Maybe some jams, a little bit of butter. Yeah. But I can't afford that right now. I don't have an income because I don't have any subscribers for my toast reviews.
You start a toast Patreon.
Oh, I should start a Patreon. I think I'm going to start putting my Cash App and Venmo on there.
Yeah.
So that people start sending me money.
You can follow me.
I could actually make a pretty good penny off of that, I bet. Yeah. If I get like 500 followers, I bet 20 of them would send shit in.
I saw a comic do that joke recently. He said, you can follow me on social media. It's so-and-so, cashapp.com.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I've heard people say that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It is funny. It is funny. You mentioned pizza. Now I kind of want pizza.
Yeah, dude. Pizza is a food that I will eat.
Pizza's the fucking
99%. I can't envision a situation where
what's your toppings?
If
What's
I'm
your
hungry,
tops? Let's
pepperoni and sausage.
Pepperoni and sausage.
Yeah, that's my go-to. Pepperoni and sausage.
Pepperoni and pineapple. I'm a
You?
pineapple boy.
Oh,
I love
gross.
pineapple.
You
No,
would like
it's
pineapple,
delicious.
dude.
The texture of it, the sweetness. It's a perfect contradiction.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Stop
It's
being a pussy.
disgusting.
You're disgusting.
Not a pussy.
You're
I'll
a
eat
fucking
pineapple in a
doughboy.
push. Actually, you know what? I would not. That was the one ingredient you could put on a pizza, and I would be like, eh.
What about anchovies? Anchovies aren't bad.
I could stomach that.
You can stomach anchovies?
Yeah.
mushrooms?
In fact, I actually think anchovies might make the pizza like a little more savory to me.
I like anchovies. I like anchovies. What I don't like is I've had barbecue sauce on pizza. That's good.
It's all right.
You know what?
I don't like that though either. I think it distorts.
I'd
pizza
rather just have a
experience.
regular pizza.
To me, it ceases to become a pizza.
Now, if I'm ordering, if I'm going to like a
barbecue
nice
dough,
pizza shop,
cheese.
I'm gonna get like a pretty probably a pretty regular pizza. Not like I'm gonna like nice toppings, but I don't want to get too crazy with it because I want to taste what pizza they have. But if I'm going to like a Pizza Hut, I'm gonna get weird and wild with that order.
What's your favorite chain for pizza?
It's tied between Domino's and Papa John's. I think the pizza of Domino's is superior, but that little sauce that comes with Papa John's, that little like garlic butter sauce, I think that adds a whole lot.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So it's neck and neck.
Papa John's, I feel like, is good, but it's horrible the next day. And also, I feel like the
Domino's
crust
gets
is
better.
dry. The crust is dry,
Mhm.
and I feel like I'm eating like a bone or something. Like I'm eating like bread that the Israelites ate in the desert.
The manna.
The manna. I feel like this is manna, dude. This is not great.
Have you ever had Cece's
So I
buffet?
I almost feel like Papa John's might include the garlic dipping sauce
Because
to
it's
hedge
dry?
against the dryness of the crust.
That's interesting.
That's the theory.
Big pizza.
Because you need it. I can't eat that crust without dipping it.
That's
I
fascinating.
gotta, yeah. I don't know if it's fascinating,
good
but
point.
it's like got like white powder. It's like got flour on it.
No, you want flour on pizza. Whenever my
Still?
dad makes
Like that you can
homemade
see?
pizza, my dad puts flour on pizza when he makes it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any memories of Pizza Hut as a kid? This is gonna date me.
the huts, the actual huts.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
actually going into the restaurant. The
Yes.
hut. The roof is shaped like a hut.
Yeah, you can still find those buildings
And-
that's been converted.
Right.
Yeah, I don't
That
remember
must have
what
been a
the
big
pizza
upfront
tasted
investment. Like we could just
Yeah.
keep the building looking normal. Like no, we got to make it the hut. It's the hut, dude. We're committed to the brand.
People come here from all over the world to see this fucking
It's-
building.
Yeah, if it doesn't look like a hut, like we will not sell it.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
That actually reminds me, the Dulles Expo Center in Virginia, in Chantilly, Virginia, Chantilly, Dulles. It was a Lowe's, and it's still shaped like a Lowe's. It's just a big convention center that was a Lowe's.
they just couldn't afford to like change it into not a Lowe's. So.
Yeah, now it's just a building that's shaped like a Lowe's.
Yeah.
That's an expo center.
You know what I remember is Circuit City.
Oh yeah,
That was
there's
the
a few
electronic
around
store
still.
that
There's
used
a few.
to. Okay, so most of them are closed now, but I remember Circuit City. There was like a big maroon square cube like that you'd walk through like in the front of the building. It just
Okay.
and then on the commercial that was like a computer animated plug and it like plugged in. It was like Circuit City and like you walked in, it became the store.
That's so dumb.
And yeah, so it's like if it was a Circuit City, it'd be really hard to change it into something else. Oh yeah, but okay, so Pizza Hut memories. I had like when I was a kid, Pizza Hut, there was like this reward program at our elementary school called Book It, and when you read your books, you'd get like these stamps, or maybe they were punch cards or whatever, or no, maybe they're just stars. And if you read your books, you got to go to Pizza Hut and get a little personal pan pizza. Did you ever have that?
I don't recall.
God,
You know, has
see, this is why
slapping
I'm so-
pizza. No, I remember being at Pizza Hut when I was young, and I
Do you
recall.
remember pizza parties as a kid?
Oh yeah, no, pizza parties are the tits. But you know, who has some really good pizza? Chuck E. Cheese's. Their pizza slaps.
Yeah, it's pretty legit. I haven't
No,
been
they
there
got good pizza.
in a long time.
I haven't been there in like 10 years, but like they have good.
I'm sure this
pizza.
has been talked about before, but as adults, like, there's no rule that you can't. Like, do you have to have a kid with you?
No, there's not. Like when my dad played soccer in college, he said like there was one Chuck E. Cheese that had beer on draft. So they would go there after games and like
my
eat pizza
gosh.
and drink
Dude, if I was an
beer.
employee at that Chuck E. Cheese, I would be so pissed at those guys. Like, you assholes.
You
You're coming
think
into
they
Chuck E.
care
Cheese.
there? These people get paid minimum wage. You think they give a
Maybe.
shit what their customers are?
Dude, that actually might be kind of fun. Like, we're gonna have I'm gonna have my 34th birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese. I'm inviting.
We're gonna have the Bill and Kayla joint birthday party, the super slutty
Yeah.
birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese's.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Can we promote it here? Can we promote it on the pod?
No, I thought you already asked me to have it here.
Yeah. Can we promote it? Can I promote it where the location is on the pod?
You can, although I don't know when this is gonna come out. So
Okay.
go ahead.
Okay. Can Kayla post an event? She asked me if she can post an event. I forgot.
Sure.
Okay. We're going to have a super slutty, sexy birthday party March 19th on David's rooftop.
There's no way this is gonna be up before that.
This won't be up before then, but we'll put an event out.
I can't believe that. Yeah, you asked me to have a super slutty
And I'm
birthday
making
party
him buy
on the
balloons.
roof of this condo, which is shared by a lot of just unsuspecting citizens.
Fishnets are mandatory.
I might get banned. I might get kicked out of my homeowners association because of this.
I'm going to have my penis
But-
out the entire time.
F it. No, well,
We're going to be in the pool.
I might call the cops on you, Bill.
We're all going to share the bathroom. It's a single-use bathroom. We're all going to huddle into that.
I
and
hope
we're-
it's warm. That's still early enough in the year where we could,
It could be chilly.
yeah.
If it's chilly, we could find another venue.
But yeah, we can do mics and stuff.
Yeah,
we
we
can
could
bring
do
the
that.
speakers up there. Do a little stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that sounds fun. It's right after St. Patty's. Have a little bit of Guinea.
Yeah.
A couple Irish car bombs.
Mm-hmm.
What? I know you don't drink anymore, but what do you think of Irish car bombs? Did you
Oh, I
ever
used
have
to
them?
love them. They were fun
They
because you
taste delicious. They
'cause
taste delicious.
you put Bailey's
Yep.
into Guinness.
No, you put Bailey. You it's a half shot of Bailey's and a half shot of Jameson's, and you drop it into a half pint of Guinness and you
Right.
chug it. And before it frosts,
Why'd you correct me? I was almost right.
you were almost, but you forgot the Jameson's.
Yeah.
which is imperative. But
There's
I
no
love them.
there's no what's it called? What's the liquor that's Jägermeister? There's no
Yeah, that's a
Jäger?
Jägerbomb.
That's Jägerbomb. Okay.
Yeah.
Duh. Irish
Yeah.
car bomb. Yeah.
I've never had a Jägerbomb, but it's more or less the same thing. I don't know
Yeah.
what the Jaeger goes into.
I have to say, with St. Patrick's Day coming up, that is an event that I do miss the drinking.
Yeah. No,
There were a few magical St. Patrick's Days I remember.
Yeah.
I remember one morning I was living in Charlotte and I was, I think, 24.
Uh-huh.
And we had a bar crawl and
Mm.
just some young kids having fun.
That's fun.
Back before the apocalypse, and yeah.
The last eventful one I remember, I
Cute
was
girls in green
hungover.
skirts,
Yeah, cute girls in the green leprechaun outfits.
The lassies.
I
that
want them with a
Scottish?
big old beard, dressed like a fucked up leprechaun.
You
I wanna
want
take
a man
fucking
lady?
coat. Yeah, I want a man lady.
Yeah.
Hey, that's offensive.
Beardy.
It's 2022.
Yeah.
Get your shit together, David.
I know.
Be more inclusive.
I know.
But the last one I remember, I was kind of hungover from the day before, so I didn't really want to drink. So I was the DD because I didn't feel like drinking. That's the last Patties I remember. And that was like 27.
What'd you say?
I was hungover, so I didn't want to drink.
What did you say? ED?
I was a DD.
DD.
The double
okay.
D.
I thought you just glossed over that you experienced ED.
I did experience ED as well.
Yeah,
I
alcohol will
wanna
do
say
that to
was
you, man.
2017.
I think ED should be talked about more openly.
No. Everyone's had it before. I've had it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't even know if that's an appropriate term. It's just like, hey, you had an off night,
Yeah,
could
no, it
happen.
happens. No, it's still erectile dysfunction. It's just not chronic.
Sure.
Yeah, what's the opposite of chronic? It's not acute.
Not weed. Acute.
It's not acute, is it?
I think acute is.
It is
acute.
acute?
Acute and chronic
You're
are
in
opposites
medical
because
sales, you should know.
yeah, acute is like one point in
It's
time.
sharp. It's sharp. It's the opposite of obtuse.
It's the opposite of ugly.
Yeah. Hey, you're
Ugly. You're not
acute.
acute. You're ugly.
Hey, what's the opposite? What's the opposite of an ugly angle?
Isn't it acute?
It's acute.
Acute triangle.
Yeah. That's the one that in an acute angle. You're thinking of an isosceles triangle,
Isosceles.
it has three
Two si-
acute angles
Is
because
isosceles two sides are the
two
same
sides
length?
are equal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Equilateral triangles.
Equilateral,
All
yeah.
three are the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm impressed. I remembered that.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
And then you got I don't know what the right. Oh wait, no, a right triangle would be
triangle.
equilateral. Wait, no, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't, because it would have.
That's the I forget
It
the
would
name
have
of
two.
this.
It would have two acute
The long
angles.
a right triangle. These two are the same length, but this
The
one.
third one would be.
And there's a
longer.
name for the third one.
ABC. A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Yeah, but the long side of a right angle triangle is something. I forget the name of it.
Perpendicular. That's
No.
perpendicular angle. But
Geometry.
everyone give it up for geometry. This is now a math podcast. We're going to be doing some calculus later. Tune in for that. We're actually going to be doing geometry reviews. I'm reviewing this triangle. It's a nice angle. It's kind of shittily printed. Honestly, you said this is an isosceles, but I don't feel like it really is. I feel like you're lying to me.
Yeah. Geometry might have been one of the most useless subjects in school.
Oh, I disagree.
Wait, how do you use geometry in real life?
I'm a tailor.
Okay.
Yeah, like sleeves and a jacket. That's all geometry.
But isn't it all like, it's not textbook geometry? It's like, you're
no,
tailored.
I've used actual textbook.
You use
geometry.
actual formulas?
Yeah, I've used it before, like figuring out like how long something needs to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
No,
the
it's
only thing
useful.
I've used geometry for is to try and hang my Dumb and Dumber poster.
No, yeah, I do it
level.
for that too. For that too.
Like you just measure distances.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if that's geometry. That's just like.
That's just being a confident
I don't think I've ever
human being.
used cosine or.
No.
Sine,
That's calculus, pre-cal.
Okay.
Yeah, pre-cal. If you're not like in engineering, it's useless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You excited for the mic tonight?
Yeah, I got
Trying anything new?
I got a 3-minute slot. So.
Oh, me too. You think they're gonna be 5? They're gonna be 5.
No, I kind of just want to do 3. I just want to get up there, do a little time, and get off.
Yeah. I gotta drive to Birmingham tonight.
You do?
Yeah. I'm gonna see
Why?
Andrew Schultz tomorrow.
Oh shit!
And I'd rather drive in tonight because I got to drive back tomorrow because I got work in the morning on Saturday. So I would rather drive in tonight than drive twice tomorrow.
So are you gonna ask to go up early and bounce?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be good. Andrew Schultz, looking forward to him.
Yeah, I am.
He is the crowd work master.
That's what I've heard, and I'm excited.
Hopefully you
to
get a good
experience
seat.
it.
He can roast you.
Yeah, I mean my ticket
story.
was like $115, so I'm sure it will be.
Holy crap! You paid a lot for that.
Yeah.
Where's it? What type
The
of venue
Lyric
is it
in
at?
Birmingham. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's not a comedy club. I think
Okay.
it's like a theater, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I see him perform at theaters.
Yeah.
He's actually. I was watching an interview with him, and he's pretty into the YouTube fan base. He built a following via YouTube, and yeah, pretty committed to that.
He's a funny guy.
Creation.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah.
I actually unfollowed him for a while.
Why's that?
I got pissed because he came out with a Netflix special, Andrew Schultz Saves America.
Yeah.
And see, this is the classic thing. This is like the only thing that'll make me like kind of get mad at somebody is when I'm expecting something different.
Mm-hmm.
And Bill, was that the one you gave me?
Yeah, the other two ran out.
What? We're already out?
They were already dead. They were basically dead already.
We're running out of vapes.
We're nicotine addicts. We're running out of vapes. My
Our
mom
pets'
hates
heads are
me.
falling off.
My parents are disappointed.
Anyway, I got mad at Andrew Schultz because he came out with that Netflix special, and I thought it was going to be stand-up.
Uh-huh.
But it wasn't. It was just him. It was like stuff he put out on YouTube and Instagram. And I was like, I felt duped. I was like, you liar.
You fucking liar.
It was me. It was an overreaction. I love Andrew Schultz. I love Andrew Schultz.
No,
and
he's
I think
funny.
his stand-up's great. And
I like
think,
his laugh. He kind of looks like Sid from Ice Age.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guy with the flat head.
Yeah. I think I like him. I
He
think I
looks like-
respect him because he's kind of like a grinder. You know what I mean? Like he works really hard.
He
So,
looks like
I
Eddie
respect
from Ed, Ed,
grinders.
and Eddie. No, he looks like Ed, the tall one.
Really?
Yeah, he has a flat head.
Yeah. He kind of has like this this nice boy haircut now.
Yeah, he does have a. Oh, he's always had that haircut, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, lately when I looked at it, it seemed like it's something like your mother would make you get when you were.
What do you think of Whitney Cummings?
Annoying.
So I'll go in little bouts of watching her podcast, but I find her speaking patterns very interesting because she goes in and out of the topic because she gets all distracted.
She's just loud, and I don't.
She is.
I don't. I
But
mean, I
it's very
obviously,
preachy.
I obviously want to hedge this with what the fuck. Like I don't think like I
David
do
doesn't
podcasts.
think women are funny.
I think.
David is a sexist. You heard it here first.
No, I think
He's anti-sexed.
I like saying I don't like hers is like, oh, this podcast is fucking the shit, bro.
No, okay, I feel you.
No, I mean
I like the theme song.
that's Whitney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She
I'll watch
does
it every
she does
now and
that
then.
bop bop bop.
Yeah.
I just think it's a lot. I just think she's kind of loud, and
So
that's
watch it
just
on
my take.
acid. Watch it on acid. So one time
Okay.
I watched it on acid, and her hair was when it was all pink and it was like curly, and it was going into the background. I was like, "This is fucking
Yeah.
beautiful." And Brendan Schaub was on, and his face looked like a crescent moon.
Yeah.
And like I would move my head, but his head would stay
Yeah.
in place.
I think she's beautiful, and I think she's a good comic, and I think she
Yeah.
works her ass off. So I respect her for
She
sure.
has nice tits.
Got great tits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
she got the
nice
great
ones.
tits
They're
of
fake,
hers.
but like a tasteful fake. I'm a big
She's
fan of
just-
both.
She's a grinder, and she's trying to like. I think
Yeah.
her career is first and foremost, or the most important thing.
What do you
and,
think of bolted on tits?
bolted on?
Yeah, fakes.
You just mean fake?
Yeah.
Fake tits? What?
Yeah, like bolted on.
that's not an actual thing. Is
That
it?
is an actual term. Like the
It's a term, but it's the same thing. It's
yeah, it's the same
fake
thing.
tits. Okay.
Yeah.
I think they're fine. I think I am a fan of anybody who wants to, if that's something that's important to you, go for it, man.
Well, I'm pro fake boobies. I
yeah,
love
like,
I love all
same
types
thing.
of
Like
boobs.
if you got hair transplants,
Yeah.
um,
Elon Musk, he looks fucking great.
yeah, he does. Who cares?
But like I am pro I'm
some
pro
people,
boobies.
some
Like,
people are anti, some people are pro. I mean, I think
in the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, I love all types of women, big breasts, small breasts, tall, short.
I'm a fan.
Like I don't care what the I like the IBTC, like the little mosquito bites. Don't gotta wear a bra, just a little nip knot poking out, saying, "Hey, what's going on?" That's very nice. It's you're using that to your advantage, and then the big ones, the bountiful ones, the The Sermon on the Mount type of titties.
Yeah, like the one like the
Those are
villager in Africa.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
love
like
those too.
she's feeding like 9 kids. and
Boobs
shit.
are fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my
Women are
gosh.
fantastic, man.
Women are beautiful. Like
I love.
they're objectively more attractive than men, and women will agree.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. I noticed.
Like women they're just always hugging each other, holding hands.
Women
and
can
shit.
appreciate beauty of the
Yeah.
female form, guys.
But as soon as I say Jason Momoa's body is a sculpture, he's a beautiful man, then you're like, hey, you're a fucking homo, and I'm like,
well, I could appreciate a good looking
Yeah.
dude. You know.
like Ben Affleck, he looked fucking great as Batman. Did you see his fucking body in that workout scene? That guy was ripped all hell.
I don't know. I didn't see that.
The
movie.
suit had a lot of padding, but the bulk was from him.
Okay.
Like all the details.
I like Ben
from
Affleck as a
padding.
person. I think because he's like become an alcoholic and he's seen some better days. He's got one of the best memes ever when he's just smoking a cigarette in the blue sweater. He's not in shape in this meme and he's just got like man tits and just like.
Are you familiar?
I feel like that is my mental state on many weekday mornings.
I think that was like right after the filming of Batman v Superman 2.
Really?
Yeah, like right
Just
when he
let
got like
himself
back
go.
into drinking, and like during Justice League, you can tell he's not as buff. Like all the padding in his suit's like just padding, and
Yeah,
like
you look real closely at this stuff.
yeah, I do. Yeah, yeah. But he wasn't that bulky for Justice League. But
Yeah.
what was it? There was this. There's this. Have you heard of his tattoo? Have you seen his tattoo?
No.
He has this giant phoenix on his back. It looks awful. It goes from shoulder blade to ass crack. And
For real?
It was a midlife crisis tattoo, and he was telling everyone, no, it's just for a movie role, and it's not. It's a real tattoo that Ben Affleck
Yeah, is
has
that one of
on
those
his
ones
back.
where you regret, like, oh, I'm the phoenix rising from the ashes? Ooh, a little melodramatic.
Uh-huh.
Ben.
Isn't that embarrassing? But
It
also,
is.
you're Ben fucking Affleck.
It
Do
is.
whatever you want.
It is, not gonna lie though. I've had similar melodramatic thoughts in my own life. Like, oh, I'm gonna rise, up, gonna kick a little ass.
I had a plant that I named Joaquin because it died and it came back to life, and I was like, it's like a phoenix. I'm gonna name it Joaquin.
It doesn't make any sense.
Joaquin Phoenix.
I get it,
Yeah.
but like it's that's actually makes perfect sense for you.
Yeah. Then I had a snake plant. I ended up killing a snake plant. A snake plant is like almost impossible to kill, and I named it. I named it Monty, like Monty Python, because
Yeah.
it's a snake plant.
Monty the Snake Plant. So I want to talk about Batman the movie because we kind of glossed over
we
that.
did.
So I love the movie.
I love the movie.
5 stars.
Yeah, I'd agree.
For me. And I said there was a couple contributing factors. One, I hadn't been excited to see a movie in a very long time in the theaters. I liked how it stood on its own.
It did.
It had a different feel,
Mm-hmm.
different, like it's very distinct. It didn't remind me of any of the other Batmans. I loved how gritty it was. I loved the close-in camera angles when he's on the motorcycle and it's like
He
point
acts
of
so
view.
much with his eyes. Without talking, he just acts so much.
Well, we're talking about two different things. Those are the
Yeah,
camera
I know.
angles,
Yeah.
one, but you're saying Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson. He acted so much without saying a single word.
Yeah.
Like just walking into a room, you would be like, this guy's fucking terrifying.
I liked him. He was downcast. Like and he said a lot with his body language. And everybody knows the Batman story by now.
Yeah, you
So
don't need the
didn't,
origin.
we didn't have to explain
Yeah.
anything.
Mm-mm.
And I like the technology in the movie.
Yeah, it was grounded, but not
Grounded.
Like, yeah, and it wasn't like okay, this is just like it was like he built it, but
Right.
also like it's probably like some some military tech.
Right. It wasn't like, I feel like in the James Bond movies, when after there had been so many of them, it got to the point where like, okay, this is now the part in the James Bond movie where we find the new technology. And it was like too much of an emphasis on that.
Yeah,
Whereas this movie didn't fall into that trap of like like focusing too much on it. It was
Yeah.
more about the plot. It was
Yeah.
more about what was going on with the Riddler.
yeah.
And-
Paul Dano is great as a Riddler. He was a perfect choice.
Great casting.
As soon as he was
plays,
cast
he plays the creep
in
He's-
everything.
I think that guy. What's his name again?
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano is the best creep.
He is. He was in Prisoners. He was in another movie.
There
He
Will
was
Be
the priest
Blood.
in There Will Be Blood. Yeah.
He was.
Eli, I think his name was.
Yeah, didn't he play the suspected murderer in the Hugh Jackman movie?
Yeah, Prisoners.
Prisoners. That's
I haven't
the-
seen it, but yes.
Yeah, and he was like so weird he couldn't like just say I didn't do it. Like
I
Hugh
haven't
Jackman's
seen it.
like,
I
you're
haven't
so
seen it."
weird. You must have been the killer.
Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal. What a
He's like,
fucking
"Tell me."
cast.
He's like,
I need to watch that movie. Don't spoil it for me.
Okay.
Don't spoil it for me. But oh my gosh.
So what
Colin Farrell is the Penguin, Zoe
Yeah,
Kravitz.
we talked about Colin Farrell
John
a little bit.
Turturro is Carmine Falcone.
Yeah.
And they even went with
So that's the guy from
Transformers,
Mr. Deeds.
He played Jesus in The Big Lebowski.
Played Jesus in The Big Lebowski. Yeah, that was a great choice.
Yeah.
Because he was kind of funny, but also a bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he had some weight to his character, but he wasn't just totally one-dimensional.
He was more fleshed out than the Batman Begins version. He was more of a character.
I like the guy from Westworld as Commissioner.
Jeffrey
Gordon?
Wright, yes, Commissioner or Lieutenant Gordon.
Lieutenant
right
Gordon
now, currently. But he was fucking great. And like, I'm one of those people where like, if you're race swapping a character for the sake of race swapping, I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
Exactly. He was just a good fucking cast for the role.
Right. It's not like we had to cast him as a black guy because of woke shit. It's like, no, he's a good actor.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Perfect.
It's like when they cast Lawrence Fishburne as Jack Gleason in the Hannibal TV show. I was like, he's fucking great in this role. It's fantastic. Like stuff like that. Like Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. That's a great choice. Well, what happened with that actually?
Wait. Okay.
So Nick Fury was originally white in the comics.
Okay.
But then in like the early 2000s, they were making like this different universe called the Ultimate Universe, where everyone was like dark and gritty and like pissed off.
Okay.
And like so the artist was just like, hey, I want to make Nick Fury look like Samuel L. Jackson.
Right.
And then Samuel L. Jackson, like after it already happened, he was just like, that's cool. Just let me play him in a movie.
Yeah, I don't want to get too far off Batman though. That's what I was gonna say. So Catwoman, Zoe
Kravitz was great. Which she's actually Jason Momoa's stepdaughter.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
No. I thought she was good. I'm trying to remember kind of the different things she did in the movie.
I liked her more than Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
She had more character.
And she actually, there was some depth to her because she cared about her friend who got abducted.
Yeah.
And
she had motivation. And it went along with Batman's story too.
And it kind of, I bought it. Like this movie felt like it was set basically in 2022.
Yeah.
And Catwoman to me, like it would make sense that she like worked at a nightclub where all of the mob bosses would hang out. Like that whole thing, I was like, okay, that vibes.
In the comics she was a prostitute. In Batman Year One, she was a prostitute when Batman meets her.
Well, yeah, prostitute and cocktail waitress to me are not that dissimilar in terms of like just theme.
When you're working in a mob club, it's not dissimilar.
No, because it could be shady things that they're pressured into under the table.
I mean, when we meet her, she's giving Penguin drugs that he's selling.
Yeah, so she's close to these guys, and I liked the vibe of like the city and where it was in, and in fact, it kind of reminded me of like current day because New York has kind of fallen into more crime, and it was kind of like it looked shitty. I mean, Gotham to me is always based on Chicago. That's what my understanding was, but this had like a New York vibe and Chicago vibe to me.
So the Nolan films were filmed in Chicago. Those second two, those were filmed in Chicago.
Where was this one filmed?
This was actually filmed in Scotland.
Scotland.
Yep.
All of it, or were there scenes shot in New York?
The city scenes were filmed in Scotland. I know that the where was it? The graveyard scene was filmed in Scotland as well. At the end, when they're riding through the graveyard.
Okay.
And what I really liked about the movie was Bruce Wayne wasn't developed as a character. Bruce Wayne is the mask. Batman is the actual person, because like when Batman's talking to himself in his head, he's referring to himself as Batman. He's been Batman since he was 8 years old when his parents were murdered in front of him. He's been Batman this entire time. Bruce Wayne is just a mask he puts on. And in being 2 years in, he hasn't developed Bruce Wayne as a useful tool yet. He hasn't developed that mask, that facade that he puts on. I love that.
Yeah, he kind of felt just torn at the seams, not knowing who he was yet, just trying to figure shit out. He was like, he seemed very burned out. He seemed very downcast and just kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
He kind of matched the state of Gotham, which is like...
And Gotham he's not adding to it either. Like, he's making it worse. He's actively making it worse. Riddler was a direct effect from his cause of trying to clean up Gotham. One of the big parts of the Batman ethos, the mythos, is... Batman causes his villains. Batman's just as crazy as his villains. The villains are a result of Batman.
It's like the yin and yang of Batman. Like it's the necessary outcome of Batman existing.
Trying to do good stuff, but at the end of the day, is he healthy for the city?
Right.
You could argue either way.
There's that theme too that happens today. It's like the questioning of institutions that we always thought maybe were more moral than they actually are. And Riddler was uncovering the hypocrisy.
Yeah. So
Riddler obviously is horrifying and bad, but he's like exposing the corruption in these people, including Bruce Wayne's father. So these themes play out today when our institutions are kind of crumbling and like our politicians are corrupt and the economy is falling apart and things like that, and it's just this state of chaos, this crumbling of things. That's why I feel like it might have hit so hard, and
absolutely.
people are like, dude, I feel like this is like today.
And then at the end, when he falls into that water at the end, I like to view that as sort of like a baptism for him. He falls in the water and he emerges as a man who's trying to help the city. He's not in the shadows
and then
anymore.
There's light.
He has an actual light, and he's leading people with the light
out of the water.
Yeah,
and I felt like there was flood metaphors. Noah and the flood. That story. The reason the flood came was because the city had become so corrupt. So the flood is symbolic of washing away the corruption, and then there's like a resurrection aspect, and the baptism aspect. There's a lot of biblical themes with that. The other scene I really liked was when he jumped out of the tower.
Oh, the squirrel suit scene?
Squirrel suit scene, yeah, because it looked like it was an actual squirrel suit.
Yeah.
That like you could definitely rock. It looked like exactly what would happen if you actually jumped from that high.
That was crazy. That entire sequence was incredible.
And the way it was shot close in, like his point of view, I was like, dude, I feel like I'm on a roller coaster in this scene.
And the tension to that build, like the tension where he's in like in the cell with all the officers.
Yeah, because he's running from the
officers,
cops, right?
And he assaults 3,
And then he carabines
and Gordon's
up.
like, we got to get you out of here. How are we going to do that? You gotta take my key.
And he punches him in the face.
Yeah, it's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
It was good, and you could feel all the tension there. The cops are against him, but then Gordon's supporting him, and then he has to escape on this daring death drop, essentially.
Yeah.
It was
incredible. And then he pulls that like emergency chute at the end. It hits the overpass, and he tumbles forward.
Yep.
Yeah,
it was
epic.
Very visceral.
Yeah, and I also thought the vehicles he drove, like I love that he had a motorcycle, and I loved the Batmobile. The Batmobile was like this muscle car kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And it was just powerful.
What I loved when we first were introduced to it, he starts revving up the engine, and it's like a tiger, like in a cage. It's like, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
It was like it was growling. It was like an animal.
Yeah. I love the movie, and the cinematics, I guess that's what you would call it, just like the wide angle shots, like when there's two characters speaking. Cinematography, I guess, like there'd be like one red neon sign in the distance. There'd be like
the color palette was fucking incredible. It was red and black. It was perfect for it.
Yeah, the only character I wasn't thrilled about was Alfred.
Yeah, he didn't have much to do, and Andy Serkis is a good choice. So
I thought it was distracting because Andy Serkis was such a big actor. I was like, okay.
Michael Caine's a big actor.
I know. Maybe I just thought, I don't know. He didn't look like Alfred to me.
So this Alfred is inspired from Batman Earth 1, which is like an alternate universe Batman. It's called Elseworlds, which is like these stories are non-canon. It's just I want to do what I want to do with this.
Okay.
And in that version, Alfred was Thomas Wayne's like military buddy or something like that, and he's part of MI6. Alfred's been part of MI6 in like every continuity. And he has an amputated leg, so he walks around with a cane, and he's had to raise Bruce since he was like 10 years old, and he doesn't know what to do. He's just a military guy. He's not good with kids.
Okay. Well, I just felt like more like how he looked.
Yeah.
Kind of, I don't know.
He looks a lot like how he did in Batman Earth 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
So that's the major influence for Alfred. And
gotcha.
the influences for the movie came from Batman Earth 1, Batman Year 1, which is like the Batman origin story.
Okay.
Batman Zero Year, which is like the rebooted origin story where Riddler does a similar thing with like the water in Gotham. And The Long Halloween, which is where like the big mystery thing came from. Catwoman being Carmine Falcone's daughter. All that stuff came from The Long Halloween. It's a mystery. It's a murder mystery.
Okay.
With like Calendar Man and Two-Face. It's Two-Face's introduction in like his origin story in the comics.
Okay.
But no, the influences were on point.
I gotcha. Okay. I didn't know any of those references, but that's all right.
I want to see Robin in the second one.
Robin.
I think Robin would be really good in this universe.
Yeah. I think they'd handle that well.
And it would really add to it with Bruce trying to be a beacon of hope for the city, and having to use his Bruce Wayne persona and building Batman as a more hopeful creature for the city, a symbol.
I like it. There's hope for Gotham. And hopefully hope for America.
Hope for America, hope for Gotham. I think I may have read the letter incorrectly, but when he picks up Selina's past due bill, I'm pretty sure it said that Gotham was in Oregon. I could have read it wrong, but typically Gotham is in New Jersey. It's typically in New Jersey, and Metropolis is in Delaware, and they're like right across like the bay from each other.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. And
that's Superman and Batman overlapping.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Though in BVS and Batman v Superman, they're just like right across like the ocean, like right across like a lake. Basically, they're like sister cities. So it depends universe to universe, but typically Gotham is in New Jersey.
Bill, I feel like you could go for 3 hours on this.
I could.
Unfortunately, we got to wrap this up.
We do. We got a mic to get to, boys. We got a mic to get to. David, how are we closing it out?
Well, shout out to your social media. Follow Bill's Toast Reviews.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. On most platforms, I'm Bill Bobful, BILLBOBFUL. On TikTok, it's the same thing with an underscore at the end. Bill Riner. You can just look that up and find me anywhere. I do toast reviews, post some movie ideas sometimes.
If you need a wedding dress, check out Bill's.
Or if you need your wedding ordained, I'm also a twice ordained minister in 2 different religions, the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster and the Universal Life Church. I've performed 2 weddings so far, one in a bar and one in a dance club, but I am open to other venues.
Attention all atheists.
Yes, ma'am.
The Church of the Giant Spaghetti
Monster.
Monster.
I will look, the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster is a lifestyle. They welcome all religions.
That is such a...
It's about being free.
Metaphor, like, oh, I don't believe in anything.
So it did start as like fuck Christianity, but then it developed into like it's just like we want everyone to be free. It's about freedom.
Okay, it's about freedom. I like it.
Being carefree.
Yeah. Well, dude, thanks for coming, bro.
Thank you for having me. Second recurring guest.
Second recurring guest. Love it.
We'll do it again, boys. Let us know what you want to talk about next time.
Also check out Bill anytime he's on stage.
Yeah.
Very funny dude. All around
Sometimes,
Greenville. Yeah.
I'll make some dick jokes for you.
Yeah.
Later, Gators.
All right. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.